But anyway, where were we? Day 5. We're a little bit into it. Usual disclaimer, this is a shitty cop brain run. So, our Harry is a little racist. It's a fash run. Because pigs, but as I mention every time, the game does dock you morale every time you say something fascist, even if you're following that path, so. And that and all the fascist options sound hilarious. Like, hilariously stupid. It's great. Anyway, okay, so we finished talking with him, for the most part. Let's talk with the other two lads here.
So you had a talk with Andre, and now you want to discuss things with Noid?
I think our signs are a little better now. He stooped over his toolbox, as usual, shuffling bolts around angrily.
That's fine, man. But I've got to warn ya.
Okay.
Our signs are still off. It'll take some time for me to get my sign on.
But I thought we'd be okay now, sign-wise.
I'm doing what I can.
He continues to rearrange his tools. Yeah, I'm mostly doing the church just to get experience stuff. I don't know how much it plays into the final answer to everything. But alright, tell me about the machines you saw in the church.
Weird stuff. Especially
Oh yeah, the bowls with the wires.
there was a data processor and some sort of long-wave machinery. Wires going into water. Gives off a spy sign. Or some fucked up Samaran science sign. You know, the kind that goes head first into the supernatural.
The supernatural. So you think it's real, that it actually exists?
Most of it doesn't exist. But there's also stuff that isn't allowed to exist. Because the moralists think it's too dangerous for the plebs. Psionic powers, pale-related diseases, pretenders pretending to be human, folk rights, that kind of stuff.
Okay. Why are you called Noid?
The hardcore aesthetic is esoteric. It's not meant to be discussed with the law at this moment.
Okay, maybe I'll come back later. Alright. Do we want to try? I guess we might as well try to solve the egg loop.
The young man with the tape recorder acknowledges your return. When he looks at you, he squints as though you were the setting sun.
This is hardcore.
Is it?
It's hardcore!
You're just gonna keep saying hardcore, aren't you?
Skipper danger. I am the rearranger.
Your cop training did not prepare you for this. What to do?
Back to the heavyweight jam.
Says the young man with the tape player and the large Boyadera boots. Lung-shaped trees sprout on his silver belt buckle.
Hardcore! Hardcore!
Say nothing. But is it? I mean, really?
Yeah!
You can say yeah and random things all day long, but the track doesn't sound all that hard to me.
Spitting out lyrics since the day I was born. And the amount of lyrics I got is against the law.
Alright.
The club, true, hard, full, car.
Alright. Say nothing. But is it?
Yeah!
Yeah?
Kierski, Materialski.
Alright, so that goes nowhere.
The club, true, hardcore.
Still say nothing.
Mega.
Alright.
Here comes the night.
Nope. I don't remember the solution from the last time I ran this, so.
True, hard.
Say nothing. Nothing.
The mega.
Nothing.
Internally coherent.
Still say nothing.
Encore. All right. Yeah.
We'll just keep going nothing.
He furrows his brow as his very large head traces the sublime, invisible movement of the music in the very real air of the stuffy tent.
Hardcore. Ah.
He lets out an agonized roar of the feeblish, obviously not too hardcore beat below. So hardcore.
Is it though?
I was thinking that a moment ago.
One mind, one spirit. There's no other world. There's no other life.
Alright. Not quite.
The club, true, hardcore, internally coherent. Encore. All right. Yeah.
Say nothing.
Hardcore. Ah.
No, but seriously, I'm a little worried it isn't.
The question is, what is the question?
Just answer the question.
But there was no question.
The club, true, hard, internally coherent.
Alright, still say nothing.
All right. right.
He furrows
Okay.
Hardcore. Ah!
The
What a word is it, isn't?
What is the question?
That would have been good had I asked you a question, but I didn't. Now it's just idiotic.
Was a question?
Okay, so that route's completely
True.
done.
Hardcore. Internally coherent. All core. All right.
Please,
Yeah.
please tell me, what exactly are you doing?
Gotta get the people going.
I see.
Yeah. Request. I want everybody as close to the stage as possible. The club.
True. Hardcore. Hardcore to the internally coherent. All core. All
What
right.
exactly are you doing? Why?
Party boy. It's my job.
What's the party, boy?
Party 25/7 beyond the winter's orbit style.
Okay, so much for that.
The club. True. Hardcore. Internally. All core. All right. Gotta get the people going.
Why?
The party boy. It's my job.
I think I'm also a party boy.
Track. Watch your back. Watch out for the heart attack.
Alright, I think that's most of that route done. Alright.
The club. True. Full car. Hardcore. Hardcore to the mega. Internally coherent.
Hostile?
Morning, yeah. 1, 2, 3. Yeko Kata. The place to be.
Why is this Yeko Kata the place to be? What does that mean?
Yeko Kata is a hardcore place.
Okay, I don't remember what the first option got us to before, so...
Hardcore. Internally coherent. Good morning, yeah. 1, 2. It's the mess.
Okay.
The club. True. Hardcore. Yeah. Luckier. The club. True. Hardcore. Yeah. Spin and the matter lyrics like.
Okay, I might just look it up at this rate.
True. Full car. Hardcore. Hardcore. Here comes.
Alright, what is quest called? Because I can't be sitting here all night scrolling through these. I know we got it before the hard way. Okay. Solve the egghead puzzle. Nothing, 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 no, 5 nothings, no serious anything. Okay. Okay, we did that. Then 5 nothing, so hardcore it is. What is the question? Okay. Hup. So I think we're on the second one. Hup.
The close. True. Hard.
2, 3, 4, 5.
his brow.
Hard.
So hardcore. It is.
What is it? I mean, really.
The question is, what is the question? We got it. Okay.
I'm a bit worried it isn't.
Okay, and we got a skill point for that. He frowns and starts bobbing his head back and forth once more.
Skin on your back is crawling. For a second, you can't even hear the music anymore.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
a hawthorn tree on Rue de Saint-Ghislain, right next to the canal. Don't be alarmed. Everything is okay. He isn't actually worried. Everything is still super hardcore. What he probably means is, it could be even more so.
Why are there lungs on your belt buckle?
Lungs are for love!
Why would lungs be for love?
When Dolores Day was anointed innocence, her love
Oh, yeah.
started glowing through her body. For the world loved her, and she loved it back. Yeah!
Why wouldn't they be? Are the lungs not the place where you hold the breath of your soul?
Really?
I think so.
Thank you for the story.
Rhymes that keep their secrets will unfold behind the clouds.
Alright. You said you were worried. What do you think is wrong with the music?
There's nothing wrong with it. I'm still in love with the hardcore.
He turns pensive all of a sudden.
Sometimes I just feel like anodic music is in its infancy, you know? For example, take this Arno van Eyck jam I've been pumping for the last months, and will continue pumping for the rest of 51. Isn't something holding it back from being hyper?
He thinks for a moment, then his expression clears.
It's only ultra.
I think it's super hardcore, but you're right. It's not hyper hardcore.
If anything, it sounds a bit proto, like it's not fully formed yet. You might be a moribund alcoholic and a failed cop, But you are pretty certain a thing cannot be both proto and hardcore.
It's proto, not hardcore at all.
Wow! Culture cop! I think you might be right. But how could it become hardcore then? I know it in my heart, but cannot think it in my head. If this is not hardcore, how could anything be?
Sounds suspiciously like a question. I thought the question was, what is the question?
No! This is the answer!
Wait, I just remembered something. I'm the police.
Huh?
The young man is bursting with anticipation. Nothing. Me being the police isn't going to help us. Okay. Can anything make it hardcore?
What? Guys, there's something happening in his head.
As your mind works, the beat recedes from your ears. You hear your own blood pulsing through your head, nourishing your thoughts with oxygen. The rhythm is familiar.
Let's feel the movement.
Abstract shapes swelling in the foreground have done so.
Trust your meats.
This is a core matter. The answer in the double kick that moves the milliliters through your mind. The dark thud is the source of all rhythm. The inspiration behind mathematics. The hardcore.
Be even harder.
Yeah! He's doing it!
My imagination fails me.
No, so does mine!
He laughs and shakes his head.
Something else that hasn't failed you.
I need something else, something extra.
Yeah!
You a thought reader?
No nation, but transnation! No war, but class war!
So you're not a thought reader, you're a communist.
He's not a communist. It's just something he likes to yell. He picked it up from a tape jockey at the Elysium. She was a communist, though.
Yeah! With the rebel yell!
Alright. Communists are oh. We've been at this long enough. I'm just gonna, yeah, just in case. Communists are pants. You can't fight invaders with internationalist babble. You need the strength of a pure nation.
I can do
I knew
that.
that was gonna happen.
If you want that, I can be a conduit for the mystical nationhood.
Please don't turn him into a fascist.
Oh no.
Oh, yeah, sure. This is exactly what we need.
This Harry would do it, I'm sorry. Be a fascist, Egghead. Our future needs your help.
Hey!
You guess Egghead is a fascist now. Tell me something else, Egghead.
The nation rules the nation!
He looks at you with an almost impossibly wide, shining grin, looking to see if you approve. Welcome to Revachol.
Welcome to Revachol! Welcome to Revachol! Mystical nation!
Sorry I ruined Egghead.
The bright future of Revachol reflects of Jermaine Egghead's giant smile. A world of Revacholian domination, where its shores are bereft of ill influence.
Alright, let's physical instrument this bad boy.
You know it in your lungs where the pressure should vibrate, in your heart that's alone, and in your soul.
I have like no savoir-faire, so the dance is gonna be terrible.
So does every cordae animal.
Needs more bass.
What?
The young man makes a sudden move, like he's about to turn the volume down, but that would be ridiculous. And a melody. Good melody is what makes a song really stick, so you can't get it out of your head anymore. Point in your head.
Okay, we should start with the melody. But where would we get that stuff from?
I don't know, I was thinking you would know.
I'm sorry, I don't know anything about Nordic music. I'm just the party boy. I get the people going and say it's hardcore.
This is true. Okay, I'll look into it. In an official capacity. It's up to the police to make the beats go harder.
The young man falls silent with appreciation. He even tries to contain his smile, as if it could hinder your investigation.
Basically, what you need to find here is a tape with some...
That's where the tape in the tree comes in.
The Egghead could use it to remix Fan H's jam.
Yeah. Maybe that street hawker across the pawn shop has got some tapes to sell.
That's why they send you there, because it's in the neighborhood.
There is a hawthorn tree on Rue de
Oh,
Saint
and
Lane, right next
Shivers will get you anyway.
A reel of magnetic tape is caught in its branches, like bronze ribbons blowing in the wind.
Rue de Saint-Gilles, I've been there.
Oh, I know! I know this! I can tell you where it is!
St. G is the boulevard before the canal bridge. The one that takes you to the whirling in rags and the industrial harbour. It's got the lanterns and the...
I knew that! I could have said that.
And the mosaic sidewalk.
But it's all blocked with that stupid traffic jam right now. Anyway,
Feels cold.
Does it?
Alright. He looks around looking for the cold.
Anyway, that's all yours to figure out, Copman.
Copman!
Hey, I have a tape with me, but you can use it to improve NX Jam.
Yeah! Spins the tape until the space escape. Yeah!
I got you this banging mega mix.
Alright!
He snatches the tape from your hand and attaches it to the MP reel slot. One hand on his headphones, he listens to the audio. Then shaking his head, he says,
No! This is gonna make people scared!
he's not wrong.
Keep the love in the house!
Okay, never mind.
Welcome to Revershaw!
Alright, goodbye, Egghead.
Alright! Here comes the now!
And we still have to do the phone call, too. So. Alright. Well, I know suggestions is the priority. And I think interfacing, but go with that for now. I'm gonna have to go buy some more drugs.
The shaggy-haired girl kneels on the sea ice.
There was some follow-up for talking to her too, I think.
So you talked to my associates, right? Are you going to help us? With the church, I mean.
Can't say. Gotta ask questions first.
Shoot.
Alright. The others told me you went inside the church. What'd you see in there?
Oh, that. You're not going to believe me. There's no point in me telling you.
She's less prone to blurt it out, Crabman, than the others.
We'll see. Go ahead and tell me.
Okay. I went in and I saw a woman next to one of those machines there. Noid calls it a mainframe. She was dressed like someone who's been raised by their grandmother, you know, strange old clothes. Had this absent expression, didn't say anything, just stood still.
That's not especially frightening.
And then, you know, right behind her, a man crawled down the wall. Upside down like a crab, down the church wall. I think the woman didn't even know he was there. He was completely silent. He stopped right before he got to the floor, then just hung there like that, looking at me. Right at me. I fucking turned around and walked out. End of story.
She didn't apologize for that, F-bomb.
Like a crab, you say?
Lieutenant nods. His face is stone. What did this crab man look like?
It was too dark. I couldn't tell exactly.
You're wrong. I do believe you.
Why?
What would you stand to gain?
Nothing. Anyway, what else?
I'd like to know more about your associates.
My associates?
She blows in her chilled
What to
fingers.
say about 'em?
Just answer the question, please.
Sorry. I just don't tell people about my friends and who they are and so on. I don't provide information on them.
We appreciate a non-stench. A stench? Snitch. What about you? Tell me about something about yourself.
Me? I'm a silver bird.
Uh-huh. Okay. Maybe I'll ask later about all this.
Don't know what makes you think it'll be any different later, but
Alright. That's it for now. You're right, a white-bellied cormorant eyes you suspiciously. Or do they need to go down and around across the little bridge? At least that's the easier way to do it. Make sure I didn't miss any of the posts. I don't think so. Okay. Alright, so. Let's try the washerwoman yet again. I'm going kind of the wrong direction here. Also, how many thought slots do I have left? Alright, I wanted to learn regular cop, and then... That's honestly probably where I'm going to stop for thoughts, unless there's something I need to regress. We also needed suggestion for, Measurehead. Oh, but I must have given me the dot because we got the Megamix back after giving it away. Alright, hope anything here not helping. Yeah, get anything that's nuking suggestion, then we'll grab what we can to add suggestion. I don't really have much that can add suggestion.
Our tenant, the policeman. I hope the waves don't keep you up at night. What can I help you with?
We got it.
Reason won't work on this old bat. Better go for shameless emotional manipulation. What's the grandmother's deepest vulnerability? The grandmother card will do the trick. Last chance to turn back.
What's gonna happen to Lillian's kids? The twins and little Lily.
What do you mean? What's going to happen? We are gonna grow up, of course. I raised my own kids in this village, and they are doing fine for themselves.
They didn't end up like the moribund alcoholics?
No, they are good kids. I brought them up the right way.
There's a note of defiance in her voice. Are they here now?
No, they moved to Faubourg for work.
And what do you think Lillian's kids are gonna do when they grow up?
Well, I imagine they'll grow up and leave too.
You've got her. Now just reel her in.
And then what?
Then,
The old woman exhales. She stares at the ground, unable to finish the thought.
You have her. Now twist the knife. Wait. Let her come to it herself.
Say nothing.
I don't believe the Fat Man's Youth Center is going to change anything. But what other choice do we have? It's not like the coalition government is coming to save us.
Yep.
I won't be around much longer anyway. Not with the dampness in my bones. If they want to take a chance, who am I to stop them?
Gotta put the kids first.
Aye, we do. We do. But how do we do that?
A hint of sadness passes through her face. You can start by signing these papers. Got a pen right here.
Reluctantly, she takes the pen from your hand, scribbles her name on the line, and hands everything back to you.
God, this Harry's a piece of shit.
See that you didn't just get us all screwed. I might be half blind, but I have a good memory for treachery.
Let's go mail it.
Alright. Well, might as well be honest with her. No, it wouldn't be. Alright, mailbox. And yeah, I'll pick up some morale meds at the Frita. We keep the outfit on because then we can use the suggestion buff to hopefully get Measurehead's thing too. Then it's just interfacing and logic. Interfacing to get into the communist apartment. I think there's a bullet in there, so if nothing else, definitely want that. And then logic was for the Hardy Boys. Oh, we gotta grab that tape too. Might as well do that.
The hawthorn tree on Rue de Saint-Gislain. Bronze-colored ribbons of magnetic tape are caught in its branches, fluttering in the breeze. Just like promised, you've stood here for what seems like eons, guzzling the sickly fumes of lorries and carriages.
It's all of nature.
The hawthorn tree is not an inanimate object. It is a living thing. The thunk against the bark echoes with discontent. At first, destructive urge felt exhilarating, as if it added something to.
Apparently, I didn't have the achievement for punching 5 things yet.
Receded, leaving you with a sad emptiness. The gnarled hawthorn tree on Rue de Saint-Ghislain. A wintry breeze blows by, making the magnetic tape flutter.
Oof. I'm not gonna die to that because we didn't save ahead of time.
Tape twists
I forgot.
and turns around the branches. You just can't get it loose. All you've done is make your fingers bleed from the thorns.
Alright. We'll need interfacing then too. I should have backed out and put on interfacing outfit. Whatever. Okay.
A small cabinet on the wall is filled with various medicines.
Okay, here. I hope Saint Baptiste makes you feel better or something.
Alright.
To the left of the croissants and
Yes. Buy it, please. Don't steal it.
Forgot we tried to steal it at the start. Okay. Clerk removes the garment from the dusty floor and hands it over.
this will keep you nice and warm out there. Good choice, if a bit goofy looking.
Okay. Alright, we'll save.
The unpromising raised pupil returns. Simple. Just humiliate him in front of his entourage until he has to beg you in private to stop. Then you can let him know it was all but a clever ploy to separate him from his babes.
Those tattoos, did your mom make them?
No.
The calm voice comes from high above you.
Fact, visual expression of individuality is something we always perceive differently. It's a generational chasm. Doesn't look like he's humiliated or about to beg.
Measurehead's his own man. Doesn't give a fuck what anyone thinks.
Your attempt to psychologically manipulate me has failed. It's time you return to your menial matters.
I am going to try and save scum that once. Well, twice. What we're going to do is I'm going to... What boosts purple? I think it's... Alright, here goes nothing. It's my last dose, though.
The unpromising raised pupil returns. Simple. Just humiliate him.
Alright, one more without the slurp.
The unpromising raised pupil returns. Simple. Just human.
Same answer as before.
Doesn't look like.
Measurehead.
Your attempt to psychologically.
Okay. So we'll just drop another suggestion in.
Hello, compatriote.
Alright, next. Well, we're done with suggestion stuff, so... Back to the standard outfit. Or no, we'll put on a logic outfit and try. Everything that drops logic, it doesn't look like it. Or... Well, okay, we'll replace the... Oh, yeah, I'm going to replace the glasses regardless, so... Okay, I will take the death for changing shirts. That would be hilarious. Got him. Alright.
Despair creeps into you. Getting fat on your weakness. You're still coming up with sentences.
Yes, it can be difficult to be on the receiving.
Nothing you can't.
Yeah. We've seen this stuff. Well, we've seen it 15 times now. Alright. Alright, pump one. I forget what the role with Claudia was on the map, right? So I didn't know what the check with the net was. Drama, yeah, I'm not getting that. Alright, I don't have the highest hopes for this one either, but we might as well make the attempt. Oh, we gotta mail the thing still.
What is it?
Okay.
Nothing is happening. The pieces are there, but they remain unconnected.
You know what? I'm re-rolling that. At an 83, I just want to keep that thread rolling, you know? And we're on day 5, so I gotta get the gun back and get this over with.
A sudden flash of lightning in your neocortex. The hostel cafeteria is lit by its airy...
I think we got the failure on the first run anyway, so we've seen what goes on there.
Webs of human emotion, all channeled into a single thought.
Why are you so sure Ruby didn't off him?
Because she was here, all night, with us. He's cobbling together shit so he can put her away. It's Cop 101.
She was here all night? 11:30 to 12:15? She was here during all that time?
Yeah, with us, drinking, near the stage there.
He points to the karaoke stage. Shouldn't go to the toilet?
No.
In the whole 45-minute window, she was with you all the time.
All right. She took a fucking leak, okay? For one moment. Maybe went out too. She has an operation to run from her lorry. We're not getting into what that operation is again, Cop.
That's probably for the best. Don't break your stride now.
And just because she was gone for 5 minutes doesn't mean she magically got to the roof and shot him. I've been through this. It's not plausible.
He's been through it. That means he's suspected her too.
Oh.
All right, we're in. We got Ruby unaccounted for sometime during the window. This was crucial. Now let's place her on that roof. You got his attention. Now don't ruin it by making weird claims. Remember, you can still mess this up.
Alright. We'll just see a route in the kitchen lead straight to the roof.
How?
Through what looks like an abandoned pinball workshop.
People say there was a pinball arcade here, sometime before the hostel. What was it called, Theo?
East Delta Pinball Arcade. Weird place. Went bankrupt.
Okay, but how'd you get up? There's no room for a staircase in this building. Or an elevator, for that matter.
The elevator is outside the building. It's an old dumbwaiter used for moving pinball machines up and down from the workshop.
That our door leads straight to the roof. You can just step outside. Oh, I'll give it a good one.
Thank you.
The lieutenant is glad he got the floor plan right there.
Alright. So like I said, from there, door leads straight to the roof. You can just step outside.
We could have gone up, shot him, come down. All under 7 minutes.
That's quite the theory. We need to have a look at that secret passage, boys.
I'm on it, boss. Right when the law clears, me and Angus are going up there.
It's a dumbwaiter, not an industrial lift. How about I go instead of...
Just now. You got something else to back this route up? Or is that it?
I also found footprints upstairs in the old workshop.
Footprints. Recent.
He takes a sip of his beer.
He looks tough, but there is a nervous twitch in his dark green eye. This is all too close to home for him.
Recent, a week or two.
That close, huh? How fortunate. I'll take a thorough look at those prints myself before I believe that call. Good news is, I'm still listening.
Alright. Guess what? Remember that key I found there?
I don't like guessing, Cole. No one does.
It opens the steel door in the kitchen, the one that leads upstairs to the roof. This key was right here, with you, all the time.
You didn't find it, but Ruby did. That's how she got up there.
Quit jumping to conclusions, Theo. You took that key. Did it look like it was recently put there?
No, the ribbon was old, faded. It had been there for 20 years at least.
She could have just put it back there when she was done.
Why? This doesn't make sense. It's damn interesting, but it doesn't fit well, and you know it.
It doesn't fit well, but it fits, and he knows it. Also, it has to be said, this man would make a good RCM sergeant, or maybe even lieutenant. Just don't let him anywhere near women.
Right, I'm trying to think. Anything else? Oh. We firmly established Ruby could have had access to the roof where the man was shot.
Firmly doesn't go well with could've. There's a route to the roof. Me and the boys need to check it out. That's what we've established. But a route does not put that bullet in his head. A gun does that, and Ruby doesn't carry one.
Phase 2, murder weapon. Get a gun in her hand. If not that, then at least a shadow of a doubt. In the shape of a gun.
Right. Okay. There are weapons like this just lying around in Marnez.
That looks antique. A Belle McGrave. It's inoperable. Where'd you get it?
There's a cellar under the bookshop. It was hidden there, with others just like it.
20, maybe 30 rifles, Titus. Also broken, but still, there were too many. And there must be other caches too.
God damn it. We need to close that dump down for good.
Okay. I see your point. There are guns lying around. Damn it. I thought we'd found all the old spots. Why was that still there?
We just missed one. Ruby doesn't know this place, boss. just these cops digging up shit.
There's a small 28% chance the shot came from beyond the roof.
Now, what the hell are we supposed to do with that?
That still leaves a 72% chance that it did.
He's trying to woo us with cop science. Forensic shit. I heard this mambo jumbo.
Yeah, but the mambo jambo he's saying goes against his theory A.
It does?
Yes.
He pinches the root of his nose.
Just making sure we are on the same page. It doesn't all fit. We are just sharing info, candidly.
Titus doesn't reply. Probably a good sign.
Alright. Local pawn shop sold my lost gun to a woman. Maybe it was her.
You lost your gun?
The blonde man is taken aback, not even laughing.
What an idiot!
Tell me, did you lose it before the murder?
Yeah.
No, you didn't.
Oh.
And Ruby didn't use your lost gun to kill him.
Stop thinking about your lost gun, damn it. You'll get a heart attack.
This was
that's what the hell's
exercise. He did not lose his gun. Let's move on.
Alright. Analyze the bullet that killed him. It was jacketed. The man shrugs and looks at you.
To come from a breech-loading rifle. Military grade. Not even you militia monkeys have those. This goes against your short-range theory. If the murder weapon was military grade, how did Ruby get it?
Wait, did he say you don't have big guns?
Bro?
You just showed him a breech-loading gun.
Just because it's rare doesn't mean you can't get it.
That's exactly what it means.
That wasn't strong.
Alright. I didn't say it proved she had the murder weapon, just that we need to find her.
I don't know, cop. Why don't you find your lost gun first?
Tattooed man bursts out laughing at his own joke.
Al, this isn't comedy hour.
Titus, we're not seriously considering it, are we? Ruby wouldn't do this. Why would she do something like this?
Phase 3. Motive. The last component. The big one. Get this and they'll give her to you. Remember, don't piss him off. That never works.
Not why did she kill him, it's why did she organize the cover-up.
And I suppose you have a theory on that.
She could have just been covering up for herself, Titus.
Think about it. Why go through all that effort? It was her idea, wasn't it? The hanging. You went along, but she suggested it.
She had, like, a fully formed plan and shit. Right when she came back downstairs.
Really, Shanks? Claudia wanted to talk to another girl, that's all. She was just the first one up there. I could have come up with that plan if I'd have been first.
Time for a logics demonstration.
Honestly, I'd like to address Eugene of all Easter. Eugene, let's assume you killed him.
Scoffs.
Think. You kill him. Get up there. Shoot him. Get down.
Would you prefer to go on trial with your friends as part of a lynch mob or alone for committing murder?
The man is silent.
If she used us to cover her own shit up, well, that's a serious violation of the Hardy Code, boss.
Which is why she didn't. She would never do that. Why aren't more of you defending her? This is fucking stupid, Titus.
Big ups to Glenn. Blonde man waves his beer around.
I thought the same thing when she skipped town and left us in this shit.
Oh, so he didn't rule her out completely. And she skipped town. This is good.
Titus, you have to see it. Things don't add up. We need to talk to her.
Silence. He looks around the room. The old man in the corner nods. A very small nod. And a trickle of tobacco spit on his lip. This is the only option he cares for.
Yeah, I see it. There's one more thing I've been wondering about. Ever since you asked me where she is. Add it to your list of suspicions, if you won't. I don't know where she went. She just got up and left. Got real scared, too. Wouldn't tell me where. However hard I asked. Want to know why?
Why?
She was afraid I would tell you. Maybe she was right. By now, I probably would.
She knew there's evidence on her. And she knew we'd find it. This is typical suspect behavior, why fleeing is always incriminatory.
Perhaps. Ask her if you find her. It won't be easy, though. She made sure of that.
Alright. When'd she leave?
Friday afternoon, when you first arrived.
That's another point I can jump in suggestion then, too.
Then she came in to see me. Told me she was leaving. That's when we had our little conversation.
What was she scared of?
I told you. You.
Me? Is in the RCM?
No, you. As in the cop with the sideburns and the disco clothes.
No idea why she'd be scared. I'm just a normal cop with regular thoughts in his head.
Normal.
He says without smiling.
When I first saw you limping here, I thought she was paranoid or sniffing her own supply. But now I'm not so sure.
What else did Ruby tell you about me?
She said you have a funny taste in clothes and that you won't stop.
Won't stop?
Until you have something on her. She said she's heard of you from Jamrock.
Oh, that's where the human can opener thing comes from.
That you play suspects against each other. Open them up. Like cans.
And then when they're all empty, just move on. Onto the next can. Don't look back unless there was something you missed.
Fucking hell. Titus, did he just...
Open Angus up like a can? Yes, he did. Now, we can whine about it. Whack him. Or we can go on with our lives. I'm having a go on with our lives kind of day, Al. How about you?
It's not an actual question. Silence. He nods.
Is that true, kid? Am I a can opener?
You are insistent.
He nods. Anything else? Anything?
Yeah. There was something else. She wouldn't tell me, though. I could see she wanted to. It was burning on her lips. This cop, Titus. This cop, he...
But she was too
but
scared.
She was too scared.
Scared? You should be too. A strange fear creeps over you. A metallic taste in your mouth. Change the subject.
Do you have any clues on where Ruby went?
She's not far. We know that much. She didn't take her lorry, so she's on foot.
Good fucking luck, man. She knows this place like the back of her hand. You'll never find her.
Yeah, Al. And we won't either.
She's not really a hardy candidate anymore, is she?
Man stares into his beer.
She's not, Glenn.
Have you looked for her?
A little. On the coast.
Where have you looked for her, more precisely?
More precisely, on the coast, past the waterlock. She's not here, so I'm thinking she's there.
Who's doing this looking? They're all here.
You're all here. Who's out looking?
Lizzie needed some air.
So she didn't go to tell Everard.
No one goes to tell Everard anything. He knows what he has to know. Fast.
Fair.
It's called a radio, you believe. The gardener may have played you a game when she stormed out. She has her own plan.
Can you tell me where on the coast I should start looking?
Sure. There are some shit houses there. A cinder block town. The fisherfolk there refuse to unionize. So, that's one place we haven't looked. I hear they have a shack where junkies sometimes crash. Time for you to step up.
We will start there. One more question. What does Ruby look like?
Boyish. Hair's red. Dyed. She looks like a lorry man.
Know what she's doing with Ulan frequencies?
The what now? I have no idea. Boys?
She said she's building a pale emitter.
What?
We were talking about radio equipment. She said she's doing Ulan frequencies.
I don't know if I got the pale emitter bit
Pale something.
last time.
I don't know more.
This guy barely understands what he's talking about.
There you have it. Pale something.
Titus puts an end to it. That's not much, but it'll do.
It'll have to.
We'll shake.
His grip is firm and reassuring, like holding a piece of unpolished granite.
Okay, cool. Save after that. We gotta mail this letter. There's the post box.
The dented yellow mailbox greets you with its graffito, bullet holes, and an RCM sticker. You drop the white envelope in the darkness. It lands with a soft thud on what sounds like a couple of letters. About a week's worth of mail as collected in there. They'll empty this very soon.
Let's go back to Everard. This better be worth it after what we did.
Thank you, mail delivery box.
The mail collection box has no faith in your psychopathic manipulations.
Oh, because we kicked it several times earlier. Alright. We get suggestioned up here, and or back into where we're going uniform wise. That seems about right. Oh, shirt. I need the armor. Here we go. Cool. Alright. I want to see what that Annette challenge was real quick. That was also a suggestion. And hey, experience is experience at this point.
Hi, Ace Detective. Are you here for more books?
Okay. What are you missing here? Why does this feel familiar? Actually, let's do that after the break, so it's about to kick in within a minute. So we'll do that. I'll do the Dick Mullen book thing too. I totally forgot that was an angle here. All right. Yeah. So we'll be right back. 3-minute break to kill pre-roll ads. So catch you in a bit. Okay. So yeah, let's do the Dick Mullen thing first. Let me tab back in before. All right. Little girl help. My Dick Mullen book ripped before I could get to the end. Do you know what happens?
Which book was it, sir?
Dick Mullen and the Mistaken Identity.
Oh, I'm very sorry, sir. I haven't read that one yet. I wish I could help you.
Oh, okay. We read a different one on my first run then. What are you missing here? What does this feel familiar?
Because you know each other. She's been talking to you so openly because you've talked before.
Hang on, so you know me? We've met before?
Yes, I used to stand out there all the time, before Mother told me to focus on my homework. You've been running around all week without your shirt on, sir. Telling people about being a star or something. I don't really understand who those stars are.
Did I ever talk to you?
Of course, you've stopped by a few times. You certainly look better than the last time I saw you.
Thanks, I'm trying.
Yeah, I can see. You don't have party eyes anymore.
Party eyes. Yes, of course. That makes sense.
Party eyes?
You know, like a cat in the dark, all big and wide-eyed. It certainly looks odd on a man.
The swiveling eyes of a loony drug addict. That is what she meant. You were probably gurning too. Good thing she didn't say party eyes loud. Her mother's nearby. Fuck yeah. You should get some party eyes right now. Snap those sequins on you, boy.
Does this mean I've been partaking in narcotics?
Oh, baby. That's not what you have to worry about. Worry about the important thing.
So, why didn't you tell me you knew me to begin with?
I didn't know I had to do that.
Thanks, I've learned something about myself today.
I'm glad I could help you, sir.
Okay. I know we got the 70 for the 1 point, but let's see how much more it pushed over. Alright. Do. Let's see before we drop the point in suggestion, because I want to see if it actually helps my chances or if it's locked at 28.
Unpromising race pupil returns. It's obvious.
Got him.
You need to steer the conversation to the topic that interests him the most. Something that he'd like to discuss with another man in private.
All right.
Other than race science, what else do you think he's into? Light bondage? Tattoos?
I feel like body art's the better angle.
Yes, but even more importantly, women. This specimen has surrounded himself not only with one or two, but 3 stellar babes. What's more, all these girls seem to be koikos. What's up with that? You have to find out what's his deal with Grad.
Rod's the Russia equipment, right? Yeah. Listen, there's something personal I'd like to discuss with you. It's about slowly ruin your eyes over the girls stuff.
Pervo! You're gonna let him eye fuck me like that, John?
She wrinkles her nose as if smelling something foul.
The babes. I see.
He appears to be calculating something.
Perhaps we should talk in private. Come with me. Wait, where is he taking you?
Where are you taking me?
To the deepest caverns beneath La Royaume, where eyeless creatures, ignorant of light and warmth, lurk and slither. Don't panic, I'm Sandwich. That was a joke. We're going to my mother's office. It's a trap. No one knows what he might do to you once you're in there. Even if it's a trap, you can just slip out of his reach like an eel.
How long is this going to take?
A median amount of time.
What about the lieutenant?
You go ahead and have your talk.
Good.
I need a few things from Freight anyways. We'll catch up later.
Okay, sure. I can handle it. No biggie.
The lieutenant nods, then puts away his notebook. He's ready to go. We can talk without the pedomorph. It's me and you this time.
Alright, I'll let you know when I'm ready to go.
I am not going anywhere, and neither is my mother's office. Alright, let's do this before anyone changes their mind. The unpromising race pupil returns. This way, processed meat man.
Okay.
We're gonna miss you, Jean.
The babes swoon inside as if he's about to leave on an inter-isolatory flight.
The lieutenant nods, ready to spend some time on his own.
Okay. Sweet.
Don't worry, babe. This won't take long.
Oh, is this his place? Or is he referring to Everhard as the mother? I've never seen anyone do this bit, so...
So... women, huh?
The 70s Superman stretches out on the couch like a giant tattooed cat.
Strange. He seems different in here. Less monolithic, somehow.
Not first. Women.
Women.
I like women.
And... that's what you wanted to talk about? What is this really about?
Culture victory the Kips and the Koikos are showing.
It is a lie you administer yourself. Like heart medicine. Go without it one day, and your heart will stop. Men only want to reverse time for one reason. They say it's about honor.
I probably should have just said Revachol.
Regret, redemption, and a plethora of false reasons. But further back, deeper in, it is always love that drives them.
In the case of nationalist love, it's usually delusional.
I'm going to do you a kindness, Poopa. I'm going to share a secret with you. Here is the secret. There is no love in the past, only the present.
That's the second time the broken clock has been right.
The past is made of static images, distorted memories, demented nostalgia. This, the present, with all its possibilities, innumerable hits and misses, is far superior. It is a living organism.
It's putting some nice ham into like a fucking shit sandwich, but...
Maybe, if you inquire more about the present, you'll figure out the secret of returning to the past.
Alright. What's so great about the present?
Look around you. Look at the advancements in the sexual sciences.
Measurehead likes to fuck, apparently.
Accessories, preservatives, massage oils, lubrication salves, abortion clinics, and the women. Women who shave and are capable of understanding concepts like polyamory and coitus casualis. The Koiko and their promiscuity are at the forefront of all.
Okay, I thought though it's going to be more of a race thing than a cultural thing.
Sexual partners and their promiscuity when you've got the fate and honor of Revachol on your shoulders. Sounds fun. It's high time you incorporated some of these things into your daily life.
We get it, electrochemistry, you want to fuck.
You really have to find out at some point what's up with him and the Koikas.
Promiscuity, you mean the cock carousel?
You use vulgar humor to distract yourself from the pain that women have caused.
Reading me like a fucking... Well, he's reading Harry like a fucking book.
The promiscuity will not heal you, and it repels women. You have to shed this infantile shell if you ever wish to find a worthy mate.
Everything's revolving around women and sex with this guy. What's that about?
What's up between you and the babes?
You are trying to insinuate something. This impotent psychological manipulation does not work on me. Speak up, Poopa.
Now is the time to ask about the smell. Didn't he say that it is impossible to maintain an erection with the distinct smell of the Koika?
I thought you didn't like women of other races, including Koikos.
Your mind is unable to capture the nuances of this particular situation. It exceeds the limits of your emotional intelligence and your genetic imagination. Do not even try.
Aren't you afraid of producing a Semino-Koika chimera?
Poopa.
Ugh, that's disgusting to say.
SRS. And voluntary offspring production, chimeric or regular, is not an issue for me.
SRS seems to be missing from your records. Seminese race scientists, street racing syndicate.
Oh, we need to get around to those games at some point. That reminds me.
Some kind of performance enhancement supplement.
Street Racing Syndicate.
The Seaman Retention Society.
He's a no-comer.
Does not surprise me.
He's a fucking jizz wizard. A Jizard.
Masturbateurs.
Of course he fucking is.
Probably an organization you're more familiar with. The SRS is a closed group of strong-willed individuals who have dedicated themselves to building up strategic seaman reserves. It takes iron will and razor-sharp focus, far beyond your spiritual potential.
Can't believe... Well, I can kind of believe that, oh, man. I can't remember the name of the guy anymore. The fucking cum wizard, Gamergate disbarred lawyer that... I think he was disbarred. Or at least non-practicing. God damn, with the whiny voice. He blocked me on Twitter because I made fun of his Jizz Wizard bullshit.
Life is all about pleasure. Why deny it?
Cernovich, that's it. Fuck that guy. Anyway, Hold on, did I get this straight? You never actually climaxed during sexual intercourse?
This is an oversimplification. But yes.
You're right, Masturbators Anonymous is kind of my jam.
It's nothing to be proud of, Pupa. Hysterical masturbation is but one of the many illnesses of Occidental civilization.
You're very focused on women and sex.
We are life. Life is sexuality. Sexuality in competition with sexuality. The sexuality of other.
See, now he's getting weird. Well, he was already weird, but like he's getting extra weird again.
Is to win.
Win what exactly?
The future.
He lets it sit in for a while.
In a biological sense, the man whose essence, whose genetic blueprint is passed on to the most hosts, down to the most.
I have a feeling that if you
fulfills his
say the SRS sound school, it might give you a thought to learn, but
this is the love victory.
What about the Seaman Retention Society? He's right. Everything's a contest, and only the shiftiest competitors win.
Wait, what about your Seaman Club?
Seaman Retention Society. I told you, this is a simplification. Climax is not required for victory. In fact, it is discouraged. A true man retains his essence. It is far more masculine to pass on a blueprint of your mind and your spirit than your flesh. Women give birth to flesh.
Oh, great. Gender essentialism, too.
Birth to spirit.
He would be. It makes sense.
It is immortal.
He has a point. While an idea is born potentially immortal, flesh is always doomed to die. Spirit is housed in flesh. No one cares about your fancy ideas if you're getting beaten up behind a bar.
Sex is about cooperation. It doesn't matter how many partners you've had.
Spoken like a man defeated by love, unable to face the harsh realities of nature. We are sky, butterflies, rhododendrons, rhinos, nature against nature. Love takes courage, courage to fight. This defeatist talk of cooperation is why you have no future. It is also why you have no love.
Next he's going to try and push me on ladder theory.
Who needs love if you can wield fear?
You seem to have a set idea of masculinity. I wonder where it comes from.
This is no time for vague generalities. There is something else on your mind. Ask the question you intended to ask, or face your cowardice.
No, this is a trap. He will say or do something horrible if you go down this path. Time to get personal. He's finally ready to open up to you.
Alright, what made you Measurehead?
The only man worth being called a man, Father Jairzino.
And how did he make you?
Father Jairzino made me hard, where my mother made me soft. Together, they made me complete.
It's very poetic, but you're avoiding the question. How do you raise you?
Father Jairzino was very wise. He realized that if the tender touch of my mother wasn't opposed,
I created this kind of shit.
Away.
He pauses to make sure your eyes are locked.
Complete pussy. So he did what a man must.
That was less bad than I thought. I thought he was going to say something. I thought he was going to drop an F-Slayer.
Assizes, discipline, and respectful distance every father should have for his son.
Smells like physical violence. Just like with Kuno and his dad.
Is Jairzino your biological father?
Yes. I inherited my genetic makeup from Father Jairzino. I am an evolution of him. He is immortalized in my essence, even after his physical body expires.
And by essence, he means his strategic semen reserve. A collector, that one.
Why do you call him Father Giardino then?
Because Father Giardino is my father, and his name is Giardino.
His father taught him respect.
Did he ever hit you? Because it seems like he did.
The stereotypical worries of a traumatized social worker. The reality does not correspond to your personal trauma. And if it did, I would welcome it. A good fight with Father Giardino would be a great honor.
Personal trauma? Is he implying you were the one who got beaten up by your dad?
No, you misunderstood me. My father didn't hit me. I don't have any personal trauma.
This denial does not serve your spirit. You are like a dog with its tail between its legs. It is visible to all. It is visible to women, and the reason why you haven't found a worthy mate, or why the worthy mate was stolen from you.
Strange. There are no memories of that recorded anywhere in your body. He's making it up. He's making it up to gain an unfair advantage over you in sexual and possibly financial competition. Slip out of his reach.
This is a weakness I can empathize with. You have my pity. Take solace in it.
Thanks for sharing all this with me.
I am merely offering a small glimpse of functional family dynamics. Something you were clearly deprived of.
Sure, Dad thinks you're an apex predator. Top dog.
No, he does not. But it doesn't matter. I shouldn't care, and I don't, what he thinks. I am myself, not him. This is how he taught me.
You seem comfortable here. Do you like this place?
Yes, I have always liked this place. It is my favorite. When I was a kid, I used to come here and wait for my mother to finish her work. Great times were...
So he's a lifetimer then.
Filling in the great coloring book of the Simenine flora and fauna. The carrion flowers and the monotremes. The mangrove forests and the megabats.
Megabats?
And the couch. The couch is very comfortable, even though it is very small. There is no couch like this one.
The couch does look very cozy. He's right about that.
So, does your mother work here?
No.
But she used to?
Yes.
Oh, did she retire?
She did, yes. With great honors. The greatest, some say. A true modern ritual. The entire organization attended when she was given the honorary engraved...
I can't tell how sarcastic he's being about that.
It was a tender day.
There should be something here.
Oh.
A memory, a feeling, even if it's just a glimpse. But the depths of your psyche remain silent. You don't have a single memory of your mother.
Apologies, I didn't mean to get so personal.
But you did. And then your testicles shrunk and retreated inside your rectum. Do you know who has absolutely no respect for this type of physiological metamorphosis?
It's gonna be babes.
Women.
Yep.
They hate it. See you unfit for a spiritual connection. Women can make you stronger, but only if your lack of confidence does not get in the way first.
I really must return to the past now.
Clearly, it is impossible for you to shed your neurotic obsession. This wailing for the past is a task unfit for men. It is better left for widows mourning their husbands, and for mentally ill communists mourning their commune.
That's why you gotta make new communes.
If you want advice on babes, or the mysteries of life, or even on Revachol, look forward. To escape your defeated state, you need to move forward. On to future victories.
It's about the suzerain. He's counting on me.
It seems to me you are in need of a warning. Here it is. It is absolutely possible to return to the past. You just need to take a ticket to Seregli Island, the southernmost
Wait, what?
Semenan Archipelago, also known as Ile de Fantôme.
Yeah, we saw that on one of the maps, and it's been mentioned a couple other times.
Let it deter and rot your mind. Then you can marinate forever in your irreversible defeat, while race enemies laugh at your motionless, gut-mouthed corpse.
No, this does not sound inviting. It gets very cold in the office, like in a desert after the nightfall.
Why do I have a feeling there's a catch?
There is no catch. You will get what you want. The rule is a cruel master, but it is not pale. Pale takes your mind and rejects the flesh. It is capricious and terrifying, like a virgin. You will lose your courage before her face.
Okay.
Go have a look. The white head.
Oh, now we can talk to her about it.
At the intersection. The lorry driver. Impossible to miss her if you're even a half-decent cop.
Pale driver. Yes, I've already talked to her.
Go talk with her again.
There we go.
Ask her about Pale. See what a relentless obsession with the past does to a man.
Alright, I'll go check her out then.
Yes. Our little meeting has finished.
I'm glad I hadn't cut off that channel with my embarrassments earlier.
This has been illuminating to you. And remember, what happens in my mom's office stays in my mom's office. Quiet contemplation ends, biological rivalry resumes.
Alright. Kim gonna come back? Yeah. Alright.
Finally. I thought I have to come looking for you.
About 30-40 minutes in-game. We got into some pretty deep waters there.
What happened?
It was unbelievably manly.
Right. Did he teach you a way to turn back time?
Trying to hide a smile.
Hell, I think it's supposed to see how tough you are. No, but he did seem to believe it's possible.
Other things he believes, I wouldn't make much weight on it.
Damn right.
Let's get back to work.
Okay. Alright, let's go talk to the Pale Driver. Did we get experience for that? No. Maybe we get experience for finishing it up with the Pale Driver. Go around them the other way, right? Yeah. Maybe not. Oh no, this is the right way. I gotta go down and then up. Up here? No. Further down. There we go.
Lowman, you caught me at an opportune moment. This awful weather keeps me awake. You can entertain me with your questions. And what is that?
Great. He asked the fine then.
Okay.
Just try not to black out again. And don't contemplate. We don't have time for that.
So I'll turn you back time, Kim.
We're still on this ridiculous side task, I see. Ma'am, my partner wanted to know if you work in pale transport.
No offense.
Republica. A filterless cigarette from Mesk.
I blacked out from sheer heartbreak and lost all memory of the world.
In Segureme.
Oh, here we go. This went somewhere.
You're the opposite of me, then. I remember everything. Even the things I never knew.
Things you never knew, so you have turned back
The
time.
smell of liquor on Gabriel's lips after the shoot. In the motor park. The roses on the day of Franco Negro's coronation. On the grand stairs of Ryle. The smoke from the fowling piece when Dolores Day was shot.
Yes, yes. This is what you've been searching for.
There we go.
The look on her face, like an orgasm. The wound in her chest. My hand in my father's hand. Except I never had a father. And I never shot her innocent Dolores Day.
Over radiation?
Heroic doses, Herifia. Heroic.
Isn't that dangerous?
Thought insertion? Dithering? The Grad Catala Magistral? It's more than dangerous. It's sad. But at first I had to make a living. Now, when you've seen it all go away like that, rolling off like the sea, and then come back to this...
She gestures at the square, the broken horse monument, the clanging machines in the distance.
What are we doing here? For thousands of years, Gabriel. It doesn't have to be like this. We can just give up. We can just become a vapor.
What does it look like, the Pale?
Like looking into the ocean at night, in the dark.
And...
You cannot see it, but you know it's there. And it's big, bigger than anything. Bigger than all the other things combined.
What does it feel like?
Nothing. Until it starts. When you are deep enough. Then, for me, it's like autumn. Dark, gray, and orange. The orange of street lights and the color of streets in the electric light. It smells like autumn too. It smells terrible.
Nostalgia. Cooped up in the cabin, shaking. Terrible nostalgia. For yourself. For humans. It's too much to bear. She loves it.
How do you pass through it?
In the belly of an airship, behind the stair windows. So you don't look straight into it. It's not advised to look into it.
Not on this lorry, then?
No, the same one, a roller. They all are nowadays. Special wheels for connecting to the floor of the hold.
She points to the machines, clumped up like toys.
The wheels all small and round. Multi-axle trailers.
One last thing. You said we could just become vapor?
Yes.
This is your chance. Ask her. Is it really possible?
Hold on, you said it was possible to turn back time through the Pale.
Herife, what you understand wouldn't fill a pamphlet. You don't need to turn back time. The Pale is already churning with it. As the tide of Pale rises, so does the past. Someday both will cover the whole world. That's it. That's the story.
You mean we'll all be drowned in our own past?
And that's just fine with me. I don't mind becoming vapor. I like...
It's basically like another take on the whole, time being cyclical thing.
You don't like the sound of that, Chief. All the really good stuff is right here, in the present.
Right. I would rather have what I have than what you have.
They say there is a point. One that I have not crossed. In the Pale, super deep. If you stray too far, of course, on the U41A, or in Lomonosov's land, where every step you take is one step further from home, no matter the direction. It's a point you cannot come back from. Your mind becomes so radiant with the past, there is a flip. Instead of writing, it erases memory, nearing some kind of indescribable finale. Maybe you've been down the motorway south?
She looks at her cigarette. It's almost out. She has swallowed it hungrily. Then at you. The motorway south?
It's a story as lone horsemen tell. Lone horsemen, Herife, not Pale drivers. Way beyond the established Pale that's lit by radio frequencies, where it goes silent and dark, and the process begins, erasure, kilometer by kilometer, in any direction. The motorway south is a road you cannot come back from.
What is at the end of the motorway south?
No one knows what's at the end. I've only glimpsed the beginning. I've only felt it in the distance, when I was a child. A child rowing on the lake.
Ma'am?
Josiane.
A sigh escapes her lips, then silence as she stares within herself.
There is nothing more to do now. She's far away. She is receding in the clutches of some indescribable scattered emotion. A child descending.
You've fried both your brains enough for today, Detective.
He inspects her. No response.
I'd like to have a word with you about this side task of yours.
I feel like I'm getting really close.
You've been saying that for a while, and yet we only seem to be getting further from our actual goal. Because the problem isn't time, it's you, Detective. If you're serious about this, really truly serious, then I suggest you take a long, hard look in the mirror and ask yourself what's really going on.
The lieutenant is right. It's the only way forward. Face yourself, Kingsman.
Well, we know where a mirror is.
Let's leave this one to her reveries.
He shakes his head silently as he turns to leave. Alright. Since I don't have a room, I'll have to run back to the shack, but I think we gotta do that for something else anyway. I kind of... Is there any thought I can ditch? We know where the tape is. I mean, going through all that trouble to get the thing about the motorway south, and like, I'm probably not... I'm almost definitely not going to play a fash run again. Kind of want to see what that gets us. Where's Kim? Oh, there it is. Okay. Oh, we still need to talk to Everard, too. Maybe we should do that first. Yeah, we're closer to that than the mirror. So looking for a padlock door. Okay, it is interfacing, and I need that for the Hawthorn tree, too. So that'll cover... Next point will be interfacing. And then hopefully regular cop. And I didn't pick a thought to ditch, I'm sorry. I want to keep the law and the finger guns in the fair weather. I might ditch the... Well... I might ditch the Superstar one. Like, it opened a bunch of learning caps, but most of them I didn't really need, so... I know we need to burn a point to forget it, too, so... Oh, what's the timing on both those? Regular cop and, Motorway South is 8 hours. Regular law officials an hour 20, so... We'll do law official first. So I can probably get that out of the way while we're earning the experience to clear the point for the other thing. Okay. Everard. Also, we can go back to normal outfit properly. Probably. Cop me back up here. Alright, where's the armor? I guess I'm still wearing the armor. Okay. I think the jacket was all that was changed. Okay. What was the move for the cabinet here? Conceptualization?
File cabinet stands steady.
Volition. Alright.
Unlocked the drawer. Slides.
That's what I might come back to if I have a point to burn at the end, but... Okay. Whatever, we mailed your letter.
Mr. Dubois, a pleasure as always. You don't have to sit down this time, since you've already sat on that chair.
It's done. I mailed the signatures you asked me to mail.
The Golden Boy returns once more. Wonderful. Simply wonderful, Harry.
Claps his hand. Oh, sorry.
I already knew this.
Claps his hand together like a child who's just been offered cotton candy.
My friend, the mailman, confirms the letter is on its way. You've done a great thing today. You've given the children of Martinez a real future, Harry, and proven yourself a real kingsman who's not afraid to make the tough decisions. I know I can trust you now.
Now will he give me the gun info?
Inner circle. You too, Mr. Kitsuragi. We can talk about anything. The strike, the murder, your lost gun. Nothing.
There we go. Finally. Alright.
Hear that? You did it the honest way. You got the real signatures, and now he's happy. Well done. I don't know. Your dirty forgery fingers aren't sure if playing this one straight was the right thing to do.
Correct.
Finally, answers. Ask away, son.
What was the fine print on the document I mailed? What was the catch?
There was no fine print, Harry. But I do hope all that construction noise, limited street access, encourages some people to move. After a year of that ruckus, who wouldn't?
Fuck gentrification. Alright.
Oops. Yes. The noise would do the trick. It'll be terrible.
And when they do, they will have a good place to go. I'm currently working on renovating the buildings near the roundabout into affordable workers' palaces.
Oh?
He proudly spreads his hands to demonstrate
the
size of the
doubt. I have doubts about that, but...
So the village is doomed.
Lieutenant says grimly.
You were there. You saw the place. A wasteland. There's
It's still their homes, though.
But mark my words, officers. We are going to reset it. Reset. I have big
That's
plans
such
for
gruesome talk. Fuck that.
do not include humans living in those pig sheds on the coast. That land will be used for municipal buildings and commerce.
What do you mean?
Harry, imagine a youth center supermarket church complex, employing hundreds, thousands of people. The coast will be lit up with enterprise and life. All those ruins out there turned into low-income housing. Harry, enough is enough. We're taking this district back. The war was 50 years ago, for God's sake. It's time to move on.
Youth supermarket church complex? Do you really expect me to leave that?
Yes, I do. I got the center, I got room for a retail complex, and in 4 years, I'll get the church too. The wheels are already turning, Harry. The wheels of progress. This post-war limbo, I won't stand for it. There are kids practically playing with their own feces out there. It cannot go on.
The pain is true. He's seen kids do worse than that. And then there will be a giant statue of him towering above it all.
Wait, but will you erect a statue to yourself?
I'm not a symbolist, Harry. I'm a realist. My statue will be Martinez rebuilt. 5-story building complexes, kids off speed, and landowners in a zone hating me. That will be my statue. And yours. We're doing this together.
You would look nice as a statue.
I knew you were up to something.
Damn right I'm up to something, Harry. I'm gonna make the working man as rich as Joyce Messier. That's my job. Just like yours is to keep the peace.
A true flash of anger in him as he thinks of her.
Did you order the hangman killed?
Order it? You know my men didn't kill him. They told you. It was a happy accident. You know how it is. No one takes the initiative. If I wanted him dead, I would have had to do it myself. And I'm too fat for that.
As Harry would ask, why are you so fat?
Glad you asked. I've got type 2 diabetes because sugar and fat was all my mother had to give me and my brother Edgar.
Commentary on food deserts and processed foods. Goddamn.
Job too, as it made me ugly. And ugly people, Harry, are much better at politics.
That holds very true.
That is true. People don't trust pretty people.
Maybe not necessarily for that reason, but what do you gain from him being dead?
Why, a war, of course.
And what do you have to gain from a war?
Victory, Mr. Kitsuragi. I have victory to gain. We are going to start a war with the Wild Pines group and win before they even realize there is a war.
They're trained military people. Aren't you afraid for your men?
Harry, we outnumber them 1,500 to 1. And that's just Martinez. With all the unions in Revachol, and with public opinion on our side, we can hold off 2 men, or 15 men, or even 50 men. The more they send, the worse it's going to look for them. They made a huge mistake hiring those guys. No one likes foreign mercenaries. The leftists hate them, the fascists hate them, even the moralists think they're in bad taste.
How is this connected to the strike?
Harry, there is no strike, only war. Class war. Or, in business terms, a dawn raid. Or wait. Is that when you still pay them something? Because we won't do that. We're not going to give nothing. We're going to take Terminal B away from them. The roads, the gates, the containers, that big crane, even the damn coffee maker. We're going to take all of it for the people, and fuck Wild Pines.
I appreciate his anti-corporate sentiment, but the fact that he's doing it for his own power is
like a gunshot from his mouth.
Kind of tainted.
He doesn't swear often.
So that's why you haven't let Joyce in?
Yes. It's also why I let that midget Gaumont go. He's too nice. I can't put him through this. Plus, he knows how to get in here. That woman can't tell her tits from her arsehole. She has no chance.
What?
Tits from her arsehole. It's a local saying.
Why are you telling me your plans?
Because we're friends, Harry. Besides, it doesn't matter now. You can go tell her if you want. It won't change the course of events. We have a significant head start. It's already happening.
Okay. He looks at the swordfish clocks and nods. Okay. Who killed the Hangman?
No idea. Could have been his own mother for all I know. If you ever find the guy, give him a big fat kiss from Everard Clare. Couldn't have done it without him.
The guy, huh?
I know it's a guy.
I don't. I told you it could have been his own mother. I'm pretty sure it wasn't anyone from the Union. Maybe it was the mob. Or maybe he killed himself because he was a closet socialist. Truth is, I simply don't know.
How many... How many of you guys were there in the Union? How many of you guys are there in the Union?
2,372. Plus yours truly, of course.
He replies like a whip.
And they're all well motivated. At least the ones you've seen.
How are you going to fund your new independent harbor?
Oh, you mean what sort of goods are going to be flowing through? How am I going to replace all the contacts we'll lose once the poo-poo hits the fan? The clients will ditch us. Harry, we've thought of everything.
Everything?
We've been running back channel negotiations with all the major clients. I think the company will be unpleasantly surprised to see how many of them stay loyal to Martinez and to the new competitive contracts we can offer. With renewed zeal sparked by communal ownership, the men will be shipping those containers double time. You'll be surprised to see how fast things go without parasites latching on. We'll have our hands free to pursue bold, exotic new revenue streams.
That's drugs.
Drug trafficking.
Drug trafficking? Don't be stupid, Mr. Kitsuragi. There are perfectly legal...
Drug trafficking! Everybody say it.
Summer and Isola. You don't need to be colonialist about it. All they do is produce components to keep the pharmaceutical industry running. That's people's health we're talking about. Old grannies, little babes, people with disabilities.
That's just the top of the iceberg, though, isn't it?
The company thinks transporting these chemicals in bulk looks bad, has bad optics, may be illegal in some countries. The Debarders Union, however,
just the air quotes.
They're all about the large volume column. We're gonna transport the living daylights out of those materials, Harry. So your sick kid can get his Benefed, and your wacky uncle doesn't have to come off risperazole.
He slams his fist on the desk once more.
And the kids on the street can get speed and pyrrolidon.
I'm an old-fashioned guy, Mr. Kitsuragi. I sometimes grab a beer with the boys, but I have no idea about the things you just mentioned.
He smiles.
But if I were to supply ingredients for some sort of rainbow party, I would make sure the Union took a fantastic share. And I'd keep that stuff far away from Martinez.
Is Ruby helping you secure this fantastic share?
Harry, if I was supplying raw materials to drug manufacturers, I would need an army of rubies.
Understood.
Alright. I have to admit, it's a well put together plan and far removed from you.
It's also far removed from my men and the people of Martinez who've put their trust in me. Anyway, let's not focus on the sensationalism of the drug trade. This hypothetical drug trade is all anyone ever seems to be interested in. It would only be a small part of the harbor's turnover, just like the harbor is, but a small part of Martinez.
So is there a trade or isn't there?
Let's look at the big picture. Martinez as a whole. There are little girls out there with dreams of making music. Young mothers who want to start businesses. Models who want to walk catwalks and steel welders who want to weld steel. I'm going to unite them all into one economic body. We're going to incorporate this place to Kingdom Come. Everyone's going to be in on the wealth, and everyone's going to pull their weight.
Alright. Money guy, working man. I feel a whole lot of Revachol here, not all the flags or kings.
Harry, the future I have in store for Martinez will have all the macho aesthetics you love so much. The crowns, the guns. I will even slip in a skull and bones for you, my friend.
Oh yeah, skull and bones. Skull and bones on the Revacholian flag. The Revacholian Death Squad. Oh yeah, the visual image has completely bedazzled you. You're 100% with Everard now.
Okay. Can I ask you about specific union members?
We're way past specific union members now. This is the big time. We're talking about the future of Revachol here, Harry. You can bother Leonard with that.
Okay.
He loves to run his mouth on such matters. But I'm in big-time mode, Harry.
There's something different about him now.
I can't remember if I ever did that with Leo before.
Alive in his big-time mode.
That's it for now.
That's it. But you haven't asked me about your gun yet. We have so much more to talk about. That's it.
Okay.
But you haven't asked me about...
I was going to save before the gun thing, but okay.
Harry,
Can I get my gun now?
Your gun was found 2 days ago. Withholding this information weighed heavily on me. But it had to be done.
You bastard.
Your gun is with an old woman. I hear she's a character, so watch out.
So the gun's still with the woman who bought it from Roy.
Yes, the same one. I see you've done your research. The pawn shop made the gun easy to track. Crazy stuff, Harry. Selling your gun like that? Wild. Anyway.
Union Boy's gonna help you fix it. He winks at you. Don't worry, Harry.
The neighbors of this old woman contacted my men because they trust me and the Debarders Union. Apparently, she was waving it around at the entrance to her building.
Waving the gun around doesn't sound good. None of this does.
She was waving it around at people?
As I said, she's a character. I didn't have time for details. It sounds like she's unstable, but don't worry. No one got hurt.
Unstable is good, actually. She will be easier to disarm. No, wait. Actually, unstable is pretty bad.
Who is this old woman?
Unfortunately, I don't know anymore. You're gonna have to go in blind, Harry. But she's an old lady. How dangerous can she possibly be? Oh,
I'm mostly trying to remember if I have to approach on my own or if it fast forwards time to the evening encounter.
There it is again. The pigs. Like Roy said, not good at all.
I, for one, find it refreshing. Finally, someone calls themselves a pig.
A smile flickers in the corner of his mouth.
It actually sounds extremely bad, but let's not give him the satisfaction.
Can you set up a meeting?
I already have. Tonight, starting 10 o'clock.
Alright, 10 p.m.
The old fish market on the coast. The one on the boardwalk, a little past the fishing village. Be careful, Harry. I would never set you up for anything dangerous, but you did ask.
I think I'm going to try and do it solo, because this Harry would want to collect the drugs.
She will be there from 2200 hours till 0200 hours.
Alright.
More fun stuff. Seems like we already have fun stuff to do.
That's it for now.
Great, Harry, great. I think we have truly built a bridge between Martinez and Jamrock today. We have united the RCM and the Debarders Union.
Suddenly, there's sadness in his tone.
This has been so great. I'm sorry we don't have more fun things to do together, but if you ever feel like bouncing something off me, my door is always open.
Edward, I'm going to leave now, but we might talk again later. Actually, let me see if he's got anything in the questions.
I'm always happy
It's all
to
repeats.
educate and entertain
Okay.
you. Very nice, Harry.
Alright. So it was interfacing. I'm going to chat with Leo first. See if we can get some experience just shooting the shit with him for a bit.
Oh, hey, mister. I'm not gonna bother you with a long greeting, just like we talked about before. I know you're probably a busy man being an important police officer and all, and personally, I think the more people keeping the peace, the better.
Leo, you seem to know everyone around here. I want to ask about someone.
Mr. Evrat doesn't really want me to talk to people about union guys. But who did you want to talk about?
Tell me something about this Edgar guy you keep mentioning.
Mr. Edgar is Mr. Evrat's brother. He looks a bit younger, he does. But a very smart fellow. Very smart fellow indeed. He's away on some union business. Not even in Revershaw, they say. All kinds of places he visits.
Actually, maybe I should save these for when I need to grind some time.
Right now, it's Mr. Everett's turn to look after the union. But last year he spent a whole winter in South Africa. Left with the first autumn rains and didn't come back before the trees were green again.
The trade must have been lucrative for the trip to be so long.
Alright.
Sure, mister. What can Leo do for you?
I'm off. Yeah, we'll come back when I need to grind time for one of the thoughts. Alright, we're gonna need the bolt cutters for the padlock. Alright. Oh, wrong way. Alright, off to the apartments. I'll probably head over to the shack to do the mirror thing. Or have to go up and around. And we'll take another crack at the tape on the way over. So I have the empty spool already. So it'll be easy enough to wind it after that. Alright. And it's ad break time anyway, so we'll crack this door after that. BRB. Alright, anyway. Door. Let's do this. We gotta get the door, then we gotta go for the tape again.
This door has been closed with a padlock. A chalk-drawn number. The shackle snaps like a twig, and the lock falls to the floor with a little thud. It should be possible to enter now.
I'll just see myself in.
Detective.
Flamboyant poster of a white star, real lithography.
A plaster cast bust depicts a middle-aged man with impressive sideburns. The name on the plinth reads Kraz Marzov.
Whoever lives here needs to learn how the economy actually works.
I suspect that's exactly what they're trying to do.
It's closer to expect the economics book on the table.
There aren't many communists around. Not after the revolution. Some youth still keep the ideology going, it seems.
Krasnozov is a sexual deviant zoophile, probably.
The lieutenant raises a brow.
That's right. Filthy.
Thank you for sharing this wonderful opinion on human sexuality.
You should just read the economics book open on the table.
There aren't many communists around. Not after
I thought it was going to be a morale hit.
Some youth still keep the ideology going, it seems.
What is it? Sitting have a bust of Krasnozov in their bedroom?
The White Star, the photos on the wall. I think we have broken into the apartment of a young communard. How fitting.
Okay. Photos of revolutionaries posing with guns. Revolutionaries love to pose with their guns. Books of critical theory on the monstrosity of capital and such. Oh, I think we got the bullet there too. Yep, okay.
A plaster cast bust.
Okay. Well, that's all for there. Up, kitty cat. Told you, I'd like to get some ham after, Oh, I keep using the wrong door. Alright, so we're headed to...
Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see here.
Oh, where are we headed? Oh, the tree. We gotta try to get the tape out of the tree. Then I'm gonna go do the mirror, I guess. Cool, so I'm gonna put that away. There's something that gives you a bonus for empty hands, and I don't remember what it was. I should just wait till here to save anyway, but okay.
The gnarled hawthorn tree on Rue de Saint-Ghislain. With slow and deliberate motions, pulling, bending, and unraveling, you manage to extricate the magnetic tape from the branches. It curls up into a mess inside your pocket. If only you could find a way to re-spool it, so that you could hear what's on the tape.
What's the tape for?
Oh, then it looks at the mess in your hands. Only after you successfully cleaned up the branches does the curiosity get him. It's for Egghead. I promise to make his Van Eyck's jam hit a bit harder. Maybe this tape can help.
How? It's broken and unspooled. Do you think your new buddy knows how to fix it?
He has to. He's the master of ceremonies, after all.
All right. You could also get it fixed at a pawn shop across the street. We shouldn't waste our time. You know, since tape spinning isn't really our day job, solving murder investigations is.
Good idea. He might
It's almost like I've been doing both.
The tape projector in the pawn shop uses similar tape.
Alright, let's go have a tape chat. What was that check left with him?
Everything's still cool here.
Rhetoric. I'll go for it.
No need to dress this.
Oh, okay.
Are you trying?
Sorry, detective.
Alright. If I bump my rhetoric up anymore before we see him again, I'll consider it. Alright, Roy!
Hello, hello. Let me know if I can help you with anything.
Hey, do you know how to fix this?
You mean Reese Pooley? Yeah, I do, but...
Great, could you do it, please? This is important. I need to be able to play this safe for someone.
But I'm not some Mr. Fix-It. I'm a pawnbroker. If you want to pawn the tape, sure. Although it looks pretty... worthless.
Just explain why you need this so much. He's bound to understand.
Worthless? It's not worthless, Roy. This could be the next big thing for the local dance music scene.
Huh? What do you mean?
You know that old church down the coast?
Yes. What about it?
I met some young ravers near the place. They would have turned the church into a nightclub and play some weird neo-disco beats there. They call it anotic dance music. I promised to help them with that.
Is it any good? The music, I mean.
No, that's the thing. You can't believe how unbelievably thin the beat is. There's nothing to it. No bass. It just goes bazoot, bazoot, bazoot. But this tape could make it hardcore.
Man, you're really invested in this.
Looks at the bundle of tape in front of him. It shimmers under the shop's dazzling light show.
Okay, I'll help you out. It's going to take a moment, though, so just sit back and relax.
You take some time to look around the store. The play of visuals all around the pawn shop is mesmerizing. Suddenly, Roy turns back to you with a reel of tape in his hand and coughs.
Wait, this took more than just a few moments. It was at least 15 minutes.
Yeah, it was. Respooling isn't that difficult. Although I had to mend the tape in a few places. Anyhow, it's yours now.
He slides the tape closer to you on the countertop. Well, thanks for the help.
Yeah, my pleasure. I do what I can for true passion projects. Just try not to use this tape for negative photon emissions. Take responsibility. Okay.
Alright, tape get. We have to go this way anyway. Okay. We also have to ask the locals about Rosie, too. So let me do that before we get back to the kids.
Aye, the sea's gonna calm down soon. I can feel it. The wind is turning southeast. What's on your mind, officer?
Looking for someone else?
Who?
I'm looking for a suspect who might have stayed in this neighborhood.
Okay. When did this person stay here?
Very recently. Over the past few days. She might have arrived on Friday.
Oh. I've been out on the sea for most of the past week. The weather's been good for fishing, so I usually start at 4 in the morning.
Really?
Yes, that's the optimal time. Got to make the most of the calm. I've been sleeping like a corpse after. The sea really takes its toll. Now I'm just waiting for the wind to settle to get out there again. Sorry I couldn't help you out. Maybe I can help you find someone else.
Nope, that's it.
Well, how can I assist you then, officer?
See you.
Our tenant, the policeman. I hope the waves don't keep you up at night. What can I help you with?
You seen a red-haired woman named Ruby around the coast?
Nay, I haven't seen anyone lately.
That's right, her vision's terrible.
Which you seem to have forgotten.
Oh, because you're blind, right?
This is a sharp one.
She says to herself and runs her hand across the washboard.
She's being evasive. She knows something.
There was a murder in Martinez. She might be a suspect. We would appreciate your help.
Would you now? I know how this world works, and it doesn't work when people tell on each other.
Fair enough. You know something. We're here to help.
Aye, that you are, Dark Omen. Help yourselves and your organization. Help the storm clouds gather on the horizon.
She's good at this.
Enough of this. She better start talking right now.
I see. You know something, but you decided not to tell us.
There's not much to tell. People come and go. Now, was there something else?
I see, ma'am. I hope you don't mind if we look around anyway.
Oh, the document you signed. Everett plans to muscle you out with construction noise.
I like to see him try. If anything, I am gonna muscle him out with construction noise.
I love her.
She doesn't seem surprised by this sudden twist.
Get out of here, trying to ruin my day. And that youth center better be a good one, or you'll have trouble from me.
Trouble how?
I wield an army of drunks. Do not underestimate the effect of such a force if it's pointed to the right direction.
Fair enough. Seems like a long shot, but we'll ask the kids.
The scruffy-haired little boy kicks a stone while the other watches him do it.
Kids, have you seen any bad people around? One of the twins looks up, his mouth slightly open.
I don't think questioning 4-year-olds without their parents present is going to crack the case.
Says the lieutenant.
Then we're definitely doing it.
Alright. I already asked, so. Oh wait, yeah, drunks.
Phone caller.
Oh, we still gotta do the phone call.
There's no waking him from...
Okay, no good there.
The legend, he's back. And firstly, bottoms up, Captain.
Just have a little alcohol on hand. Keep forgetting to grab some.
Tequila sunset.
Have you seen a red-haired woman named Ruby around here lately?
Can't really remember seeing any women after losing my keys.
It's a touchy topic. He hasn't got laid in ages.
Alright. Later, nerd.
Hello, mister.
You know anyone named Ruby?
Luby. Ruby.
Suddenly the girl gets all serious and leans in as if she's about to tell you a secret.
My mom tells me I'm a big girl, but she doesn't know that I can't say Earl. Or like, sometimes I can, but then Uller.
Kids.
Bye.
I don't think I ever asked her in the last run. That's kind of cute. Oh, that's the tape. Pigs is later tonight. Okay, hope.
On the table, you see a bowl of water. An old mirror hangs on the wall. You see the reflection of your face in it, such as it is. A regular, clean-shaven police officer. It's time. Time to see yourself as you truly are. It's going to be absolutely devastating, but there's no way to avoid it.
I know we have some endurance stuff, so... By some, I mean apparently just that. I might reroll this one too, just for time's sake.
An old mirror hangs. It's time. Time to see yourself as you truly... What was that? Did you just flinch before your own reflection?
I did not.
Yes, you did. There's no use denying it.
I'll take the officer down, that's fine. The other reason I saved. running.
Despair creeps into you, getting fat on your weakness. You're still coming. Nothing you can cop gives up the detective job.
I mean, that'll be waiting for me later, so. Oh, on the other hand. We'll give it 2 more tries, max.
It's time. Time to see yourself. What was that?
Nope.
An old mirror hangs. It's time. Time to see yourself. At what was that?
2 more.
An old mirror hangs on. It's time. Time to see yourself as you. What was that? Did you?
So apparently we need above an 8.
An old mirror hangs on the wall. It's time. Time to see yourself. What was... An old mirror hangs on... It's time. Time to see yourself. What was...
Yeah, I'm just gonna scum this one. It's again, it's mostly a matter of time. We only have 2 days left. I don't know how much experience is left out there to earn, so.
See yourself at what was...
I definitely want to get those 2 thoughts, so. I mean, it's a 1 in 4 chance, give or take, at 28%, so.
An old mirror hangs on the wall. It's time. Time to see yourself as you truly are. It's
there we go.
Time you knew the truth, brother.
I'm ready.
Love. Time. Revacon.
I'm not taking Officer down after all that. All of it?
All of it.
How dare you speak of Revachol that way?
Face it, brother. No one's got the willpower to build her up again. They won't do what has to be done.
That sounds ominous.
Look deep inside yourself. You know it's true. Because it hurts.
I won't give up. I can't give up.
Who said anything about giving up? It takes a true Kingsman to summon the will to face reality in all its darkness, to stare straight into the abyss and do what must be done.
I will bear any burden.
Remember, Kingsmen are not born, they are made. And the only thing that can unmake us is that which drove us to rise above in the first place. We keep that thing locked in the deepest cellars of our mind. So deep, we forget what it is.
Is this gonna get weirder?
We keep it buried like a horrible secret. We feed it through the cracks in the floorboards out of a sickening sense of nostalgia. Just enough to keep it alive. And yet, it still comes to us in moments of weakness, unbidden, a source of shame and panic. This is a horrible allegory for whatever is on the other end. A day will come when you need to take a shotgun to that cellar, shoot whatever is down there in the head, and walk away.
Is it telling me to play Slay the Princess? What happens to me then?
You will be free to love Revacon like no one has ever loved her. You will be her champion, and she will be faithful to you. If you can just make this last sacrifice, you will finally know happiness. So ask yourself, when the time comes, can you shoot the past in the head, walk away, and never look back on its rotting remains?
Whatever it takes for Revachol.
The bloated whores, schizophrenic anarchists, and deformed moneylenders tremble, trying to shield their eyes as he, le gendarme en diamant, walks by. Enough. The Franco-Nigerian Court of Honor has held your name.
Please don't hit me with any more morale hits.
The sevenfold sun miracle and looked right through it. Close your eyes and know this is who you are. Nothing. Not pain, fatigue.
The fact that, like, the fascist quest line ends in just you beating the shit out of yourself mentally and physically is great.
Crush all opposition. Plowing forward, no matter what it takes.
Hurts to become garbage.
Now, open your eyes and witness the wonder. The HMS Last...
Oh, it changes portrait, too. That's fucked up.
The world will tremble as you smash all the ice in the world.
Wait, what happened to my face? Oh, should I tab back in? I'll leave the camera off while we
It
finish
was
it up.
time to banish that pitiful, sad look from your face and replace it with a perfect reflection of your unyielding resolve, your noble suffering.
He just looks pissed off.
This is the face worn by the first lawbringers, the noble tyrants. Today, you join their number.
Yeah, it's gross.
You plow your way toward the frigid lands of Gutla and Vasa, smashing every ice sheet in your path. Nothing can stop an icebreaker.
You can still sink one.
It's a lot like the face a certain muscle man is making on that t-shirt you insist on carrying around.
Will I ever be able to make another face again?
Never. May this serve as a constant reminder of your sacred, unputdownable burden. That's one way of saying that the nerve damage is quite severe. The only way you'll be able to change your face now is with your fingers.
I will never forsake my vows.
Now, shout from the top of your lungs. You
Oh, there's an achievement for that one. Okay.
Sufferer. In a rundown shack
I'm not
on the
shouting
far
that.
coast, a middle-aged man pounds his
Okay, bring me back.
an animal cry as he stares into a sliver of clouded glass. From above the Bay of Revachol, a cold wind gathers in response. The people of the fishing village pull their coats and blankets tight about themselves. You step back from the mirror. A loose board creaks.
Let the mirror be for now. Alright. There, okay. We can probably get to the floorboard. I've been
As you look
wondering when we're going to get a chance.
in this corner of the shack, it's clear one of them isn't quite level with the others. The edge of a floorboard next to it looks scratched.
Yoink.
Hollow space underneath the floorboards is dark and damp. You can barely make out the mixture of sand and sawdust below.
What's in here?
Nothing particular catches your eye. Looks like more reeds. There might be something hidden inside the sand, though.
Search for the sand and sawdust.
Hand in and start combing through the sand. Dry, not like outside. Fine dust. And then something hard wrapped in paper.
What's that?
A small cylindrical object. You pull it out. A bullet.
A bullet. Interesting.
The floorboard doesn't care. But maybe the washerwoman does. You have enough to confront her with.
Oh, yeah, that's part of that quest line. Okay.
It's extra ammunition. She's locked and loaded, ready to fight some cops.
As well she should be. Just fuck the police. Alright. Let me change my outfit back. It would have been funny to die right there, but... Alright. We're gonna have to run back to Frita for more freaking Hypnogamma, but...
What happened to you?
Lieutenant asks as he leans in, eyes mapping your frozen face.
Better keep the lieutenant in the dark about the whole icebreaker thing. He's not gonna get it.
What do you mean, Lieutenant?
You look different. Constipated somehow?
Oh, this?
Yes. Your face. Looks like you're having a stroke. Can you even move it?
That's a negative, Lieutenant.
Absolutely. Lift the corners of your mouth with index fingers. See?
I just don't understand, officer. Please help me understand.
That's what I am now, Kim. What I was always meant to be.
And what is that? A walking mask?
You stare straight into the eclipse.
So now you want to go blind as well? How about we become those who solve murder cases instead and get back to work?
Thank you, Ken.
The lieutenant is not loving the new look.
Alright. I mean, I'm not surprised. Okay. I don't think she can own me, but again, with this close on my dots, we got one in each. I'm paranoid.
Our tenant, the policeman. I hope the waves don't keep you up at night. What can I help you with?
Why was there a bullet under the floorboards of your shack?
Damn that girl.
She murmurs softly.
And without anger, a long and harsh life has taught her not to buckle under pressure.
But
Lieutenant turns to you and gives you a little nod, then turns to the washerwoman.
You didn't put it there, did you? She did.
Gone and hid things in there? She's usually a good tenant, and not a stupid one either.
You rented the room door?
Yes. I let my room to that Ruby girl.
She speaks slowly, wringing out a rag. After a long silence, her hands move into the water bucket. Some water sloshes over the edge.
As I've done before when she's been in trouble or just looking for solitude. I've made it clear. We welcome all kinds of people here.
When was this?
She came last Friday, left on Monday in a hurry. What has she gotten herself into? That girl.
Her wrinkled hand needs a blue rag in the water.
That's for the police to find out. Right there. Please answer each question to the best of your ability. I'm sure we have a few.
You said she left on Monday?
Yes, early with the dogs, around 8 o'clock, I think.
Is the room exactly as she left it?
I cleaned it, like I always do.
Was there anything else there?
No.
What is she like, Ruby?
She's good company. Knows how to talk to an old woman. At my age, you don't get a lot of quality conversation. So I really appreciate that about her.
I'm sure I haven't been fulfilling that in any way at all.
Did she talk to you much during her last stay?
No, she was mostly silent this time. Kept to herself.
What do you mean?
She tried not to let it show, but I could tell she hadn't come to fish. Usually she likes to cast a few lines, but this time she mostly stayed in her room.
Why do you think she left the bullet there?
How would I know? She's a gruff one, but not violent. She doesn't go around toting a gun.
She looks back toward her shack, thinking.
Your hand twitches, a single bullet hidden from sight. Remember the way it slides into the barrel, the muzzle of the loaded weapon pointed at your heart. It feels familiar, doesn't it?
I have a possible explanation in my mind.
Do tell.
It's an exit plan.
Exit from what?
This.
The lieutenant stops writing for a moment. He looks at you, then at the old woman.
No, she's a fighter.
She tilts her head to the side, looking up at you, deep in thought.
Not a quitter. Like you sometimes get, son.
Did she have any technical equipment with her, like radio stuff?
Not that I know of, though she was into nice music. She once showed me a few mixtape millions she'd made.
She brushes her forehead with the back of her hand. Water drips to the ground.
Although I guess she was pretty handy with the mechanical and technical stuff. Even fixed the heater in the shack. You should be thankful for that.
She may simply have kept the equipment elsewhere.
Where'd she go?
I don't know. Further up the coast. She tried to leave quietly, but the hinges on that door screeched like a cat in heat. Woke me up. I heard her rushing in those heavy boots, heading up north.
It's a peninsula. She might be trapped.
You'll never find her, you know. She knows the coast like the back of her hand. You only just arrived.
Her tone is without malice.
I wouldn't worry about that, ma'am. We are persistent.
Further up the coast we go, then.
Are you sure you'd rather stay here? Get a nice cozy fire going in the heater? Seems like a better idea to me.
She drops the rag into the bucket. It's clean now.
No, you can do it. You still have plenty of juice in you before you drop. Behind the cinder block houses. Old pre-war ruins rise to the sky like dark palaces. The wind calls.
All right, I think a few more questions just brings it back.
Yes.
Okay.
Let's hear verse one. She's a good girl. Whatever she's gotten herself mixed
Let's go
up
easy
in.
on her. Okay. All right, back to go buy some Hypnogamma. Honestly, all that damage implies that doing all that fascist bullshit makes you makes the fash line of questing a equivalent to the No Mercy mode in Undertale. So this is technically an Undertale. All right. Drugs. So we know where the gun is. I don't want to approach Ruby's hideout until we get that back, so that'll be a tomorrow thing. Or no, I went to the meds.
A small cabinet on the wall is filled with various...
Okay, here. I hope Saint Baptiste makes you feel better or something. Okay, here. I hope Saint Baptiste makes you feel better or something.
Nothing else is... The remainder of this day is probably going to provide some hilarious deaths. Alright, feeling a little better now that we're equipped. What's left in the can here? Should have the coast. Oh yeah, okay, let's get back to the kids in the club. I think now we have to get into the church. That's going to be most of the rest of this day. And I think the pigs is who we also get the police cap from. I was wondering about the other day, so that's another less thing to worry about. We got the key from Noid, so this will be easy. Actually, I might do the phone call first. Yeah, let's get that out of the way. And I'm probably gonna get at least one KO from that.
A yellow plastic dome. You could use it to call someone, unless you're out of change. You hear the tone. The machine is inoperable.
I forget if you have to do a few random numbers before it goes. Okay.
Calling. Still calling. This feels wrong. Should you be doing this? End of tone. Someone picks up.
Pierre? Is that you, Pierre?
No, this is not Pierre.
Do you have any news about Pierre?
Who's Pierre?
He's my sister's grandson. He used to visit me as a lad.
Yeah, I think we have to make a couple calls before we get the call.
But who are you then? A salesman of some sort? Modern goods are rubbish, and I can't afford them anyhow. It's a shame what you did to our country.
The enshittification strikes every universe, apparently. No, I'm a police officer.
To hell with the police. To hell with you.
Her voice
Damn right.
is drowned in white noise. Sounds like waves washing a beach, growing in volume until the call suddenly disconnects. You get a sinking feeling. It makes you look if Lieutenant Kitsuragi overheard you. To your relief, he did not.
Alright, we're going to save. So I forgot to do that because, yeah, this is definitely going to... When we get the call, I'm definitely going to take at least one officer down from this.
You pick up the handset.
Okay.
There's a tone. The machine is operable.
Ring-a-ding-ding.
Calling. Still calling. Again? Seriously? Someone with a masculine voice picks up.
Hello, Gerard speaking.
Hello, Jizard. Technically speaking, you're electricity.
Is there electricity there? I need to speak with electricity, please.
No, but I got a feeling I'll kick your ass. Gonna make an
I don't remember if I got that one before.
number again. Have a good one, asshole.
Phone hanging up. Disconnect tone.
Let's go.
Calling. Still calling. Still calling.
Stop calling me, man.
Someone picks up. The voice on the other end is slightly hysterical.
Your money, alright?
Oh, I forgot about the money one.
Let me work.
Yes, but slightly change of plans. So what is delivered to the Whirling Rise Martinez?
Tetis. Hey! You're not Tetis. Screw you, and don't ever call here again. You're fucking with some serious people.
Disconnect tone.
Single come, let you know that the lieutenant is ready to move on. So of course we're going back to it. We might have to call it night.
You pick up the handset. There's a tone. The machine is operable.
Also, it's kind of a time sink, so yeah, I should probably get a point so we can slot a thing.
Heavy wooden doors, more than twice your height, stand shut in front of you. The rectangular sea-worn ornamentation appears in stark contrast to the padlock, carelessly drilled into the wood.
Though he did say it wasn't his best work, so... That's fine. Alright. Let's break the carpentry.
The door is block-like and angular, like the church itself. Two large beams shoot downwards, sinking into the wood before they reach the threshold.
Run your hand over a beam.
The surface is smooth from the wind, but moist to the touch. Feels exceptional. 300 tons of pine would fit together seamlessly. It's old, too. Cut and carved many centuries ago.
Check that padlock.
The looking padlock is sturdily built. It shackles together a hasp and a staple screwed into the wooden door. The lock is adorned with a yellow sticker. It'll be easier to break the staple than the lock. Also, that sticker is interesting, somehow.
Look at the sticker.
You see a yellow circle with two X's and a big curve below them that looks like a mouth.
That's a little extra chat later.
I haven't seen it before, but what the symbol depicts is clear enough. A smiling dead guy. The curve makes it smile, and the X's make it dead. There is something
zipped up when I went out.
Modern about this.
Run trash.
Its modernness puts to shame everything you've seen before.
Okay. What makes it so modern?
It's the contrast between the cheery, chemical yellow and the rigor mortis. As if the cheery guy didn't know he was dead, or the dead guy didn't care that he was. Either way, you get the sense the forces of future are at work here.
Have you seen the symbol before?
He takes off his glasses and uses a blue handkerchief to thoroughly wipe them clean before inspecting the sticker. Then he looks up, pauses, and replies.
No.
What does it look like to you?
Looks like a dead man smiling. Suggests junior delinquency.
What is suggestive of junior delinquency here?
I haven't seen that sticker before, and I'm not a youth.
I agree, it's very modern, but does the cheery guy not know he's dead, or does the dead guy not care that he is? What is the source of the irony here?
That level of conceptual thinking is not part of my skill set.
Alright. Free sticker.
There's nothing like the sound of a sticker unpeeling. Now it's stuck to your thumb.
In your ledger after the last entry, where it belongs?
Looks like today was a gold star day.
Okay. Open the padlock with a key.
The lock turns easily. You hear a click as the shackle pops open.
Fabulous.
A great whistle there rushes into the dark innards of the church, as though rushing to fill a great vacuum in the heart of the city.
Strange stillness fills you as you look ahead. You should walk here, not run. The grotesque wooden figure looks half finished. Just looking at experience, okay. So after the orbs, like 30 more should probably get us to the next point. Or the 40 lighting pattern you saw outside. Bark beetles? Nah, looks intentional. Some long forgotten style. Prayer book has been left open. Blackboard is filled with complex equations. They look recent. Something to do with radio frequencies? Bowl is filled with water. A live wire runs directly into it. These wires work as contact microphones? Mask bangers, red brogues. Spider split his web around this wood carved pillar. Cracked painted glass, colorful. Rows of drawn flowers in the glass, obscuring the view. I don't think there's anything to crack open here, but I can't remember. Figure drawn across the window, depicting a deer. Two decks of reel-to-reel tape spinning on empty. Portable Harman Washi tape recorder.
A machine stands in the corner, watched over by the figures on the stained glass window. It's turned on and quivering with soft electricity.
Another radio computer. And this time it's already turned on.
He seems cautious around the machine.
These machines sometimes harbor traps, he thinks. Alarm systems and the like. Let's be careful.
We should leave. I doubt this place bears any connection to the case.
You're right. Just wanted to save. Again. Still 1 point in each health stat. Okay.
The lieutenant doesn't say anything, but you can sense that he doesn't like you meddling with the machine.
Yes, but this machine looks just like the one in the Doom commercial area.
It's also quite similar to the one we have down at the station. Must be the same model.
He inspects the machine's framework, careful not to touch anything.
The one you saw earlier was the Ream Civic. This is the Ream Prefect, a model number RC7024, equipped with a Fell mainframe and a Ream-compatible interim printer.
Wait, let me just investigate it.
You see fluorescent play and print buttons on the keyboard. A hatch connected to the central compartment is wide open. The lieutenant says nothing. You see the machine's glowing frame reflected back from his diamond-shaped glasses. You're free to proceed.
Let's take a look at the compartment.
Behind the hatch sits a cube-like crisscross of filaments, smoldering in the dark like fireflies. Silver tape on the side says, in black marker, log, February to March. Another filament memory. Press play to talk with the repeater.
Let's print.
Nothing happens. A bar of fabric right above the keyboard starts producing a soft hum. The sound of static seeps through the machine's planar magnetic.
Oh, I didn't notice the glowing when we played the first time.
Oh no.
That's because it's focusing more on the text.
And now it's also making a sound. It's probably some alien SEO-like technology. The static gets louder, slowly filling up the abandoned hall until a voice speaks out, crackling and old, cutting into the ear.
Good afternoon, votre accident on Saint-Brune. This is the East Insulindian Repeater Station 1. Please repeat, is this the personal log?
This is a human interface. A retired person sitting behind a switchboard somewhere.
What's the personal log?
The filament you have inserted into the core.
You mean the glowing thing with the tape on it that said log February to March?
I don't know. That's what I'm asking. Is this the personal log?
Yes.
Good. Please repeat the password.
Let's look around. There's no use trying to guess the answer.
This is the police. Please open this thing.
I am contractually obliged to protect the privacy of the filament holder for stress accident. Without filing a warrant with Lintel, I cannot...
Come back with a warrant. I appreciate it. That's all set for now anyway.
We are not doing that. Unless we want to wait for a month.
Which we do not have time for.
Can you please repeat the password?
I don't know the password.
Received. I will register this login attempt.
That sounds bad. A login attempt. Something a criminal would do.
Shrug.
Is there anything else I can do for you today?
Thanks, but I'm finished with this call.
Goodbye, votre accident.
She says as her voice disappears into a world of static.
The machine's keyboard is still illuminated, revealing fluorescent play and print buttons.
Alright. Well, we got a window to look at when we get back from the break, so be back shortly. Alright, the window might be the last thing we do tonight. Realize what time it was. I do need to get some nap in after this. Okay. Oh yeah, helps if I tab back in. But if we can go for like another half hour, we should match yesterday's time, give or take. Someone's siphoning electrical current from outside into this antenna. Here we go.
In white, silver, and apricot faience, the young mother of humanism stands above you. A crack runs across her body. She is impossibly tall, oval-faced and sad. A dark and radiant majesty. This is her innocence, Dolores Day. Cradled in her arms are a pair of glowing lungs, clearly visible from underneath her flowing dress. You should kneel.
No.
Cold wind seeps in from the crack in the glass. Snowdrifts cover the floorboards at your feet. Above, you feel her multicolored eyes on you, inspecting you.
Look up.
The woman looks down at you, standing there. She towers among her followers, architects, laymen, courtiers. There is a sad smile on her lips and a glint in her green-blue eye. Of what? Compassion? Remorse? She acknowledges the passing of someone who is still alive.
It's compassion.
As that soft word passes through your mind, the lieutenant draws an X-shaped cross from shoulder to shoulder. Your fingertips touch your chest 4 times as you stand in the apricot-colored light of the window. Above you, the woman still smiles, her distant smile, sundered by the crack in the glass.
This is Dolores Day.
The old woman in the village was right. This must be the Delorean Church of Humanity in Martinez, or the small Pinewood Church in some records.
You knew the place?
It's a minor landmark, not easy to find. Most maps misplace it. It was built not long after Revachol's founding, 300 or so years ago, by first-generation settlers.
What else do you know?
There used to be 7 stave churches on the coast. Les Sept Sœurs, they call them. The 7 Sisters. Only one remains. The rest were burnt in the revolution or used for building materials. We should be respectful here, although the building appears to be deserted. I do not believe we'll find the instigator here. Something else, perhaps?
He looks at the machinery lying around.
Respectful? Is the lieutenant a follower of DeLoreanism?
Kim, are you a follower of DeLoreanism?
Yes, we all are. Her name, body, and rule are synonymous with humanism. The laws we enforce are Delorian in origin.
I don't like her. She looks like a lever.
I have no idea what you mean by that. We've been standing here long enough. We should look around, or get out.
Alright, encyclopedia.
It's a
Not a great chance.
A mystery.
How do I know her? Who knows?
And regret. For some reason, unknown to your mind, looking at her delicate eyes makes you feel like you're ready for drowning.
Take it up, officer down. That's it. It's gonna be a fun night. Alright. So we'll just skim through the same answers.
Despair creeps into you, getting fat on your weakness. Whatever noble intention
Put that away in case we need it again.
It's eating them all up now. You're still coming up with sentences. He watches you melt down stoically from behind the lenses of his glasses. Nothing you can say. Cop gives up.
Alright. So I gotta check the other little gubbin again, too. Alright. Window.
In white, this is cradled in her arms.
Don't kneel. Look up.
The woman looks, she acknowledges the part.
Compassion. Do the same. Dolores Day. You know the place. What else do you know?
We should be
respectful.
Alright. Are you a follower? Don't like her.
What you mean by that? We've been standing here long enough.
It's a mystery. A mystery sprinkled with self.
Same thing. Hit the morale.
This is the young mother of humanity, and that you should go. Do something else. Escape her sad, worry-worn look.
Reconstruct the glass.
A jigsaw of broken shards.
Got that one. Okay.
To place in front of you. A ghostly reconstruction of the stained glass window. Before it was shattered, there was an older woman beneath the younger one. And a text. A light motif below them both.
What shattered this mosaic? That's more an internal thought. I usually use my normal voice for that.
A motor carriage. A gunshot. Someone falling into it. Or maybe just hooligans looking for something to break.
Who's this older woman?
The escutcheon on her throne says, Irene the Navigator. She is depicted as an older woman wearing thick-rimmed eyeglasses, holding a golden rights apfel in one hand and a scepter in the other. This is the queen her innocence day advised. Above, she herself is whole. Small figures of wise men, common men, worshippers walk up the stairs to stand at her feet. Secret servicemen, 30 years, stand in a row guarding her. It must have taken years to produce this work in all its dizzying detail.
The motto, what does it say?
Below both women, in luminous black letters, Après la vie, mort. Après la mort, la vie de nouveau. And then, along the left side, Après le monde, la gré. Après le gré, le monde de nouveau.
Lieutenant, this used to say, after life, death, after...
Life again. After the world, the pale. After the pale, the world again.
Cycles.
This exaltation is common in Dolorian sacralism. In the early years, it was even incorporated as the RCM slogan. No more, however.
Why?
It was deemed subservient to use a strongly moral intern-related motto. We already suspected of bootlicking. The sentence was also seen as too feminine. It was a macho thing.
What is the RCM motto now?
Justice, union, prudence, and force.
Shitty Harry would say the slur. I like this. Puts the fear of God back in the F slurs.
Your brute.
Burn it for now. He says, his voice cold. Alright. Step back.
The mother of humanism towers above you. A wax painting on a cracked pane of glass. Nothing has changed in her expression.
I got a bad feeling we're gonna call our boy Yellow Monkey on the dance floor.
The silence in this part of the church, it's almost palpable. All the shifting matters.
It's probably also not gonna win us any points.
Nothing seems to exist beyond the church anymore. Maybe if you were to stand in just the right spot, even your footsteps would be completely silent.
Wait, I think I hear so. Wait, I think I still hear something.
And then it's gone. Almost all of it. But for the faintest of hums, you can hardly hear your own breathing.
Stomp your feet and clap your hands.
You produce a few muffled thumps, after which the silence feels even more total, somehow.
Yell as loud as you can.
Your voice is barely audible. Not a howl, but the softest of whimpers. It's unnerving.
Turn to Kim. What's happening?
The lieutenant points to his ears and shakes his head. Then he leans closer.
Can you hear anything?
Can't hear shit.
I wonder why the church was built with such strange acoustics.
Whatever it is, it's definitely real. Something odd is happening around us.
The lieutenant doesn't reply, but you can sense him tense up next to you.
Okay, this is where we see Crabman. Look up into the bell tower.
Orderly rows of ceiling panels become barely visible, then disappear completely in the darkness of the tower overhead.
Nope. No, we don't see the Crabman. I'll let the failure ride, I don't care.
Without end, it makes your head spin.
What's the darkness like?
Filled with vague shapes of woodwork, the sense of a great height.
Try to make out something, anything.
There's nothing. You're dizzy and disoriented as you see dark and more dark rising.
Officer, what are you looking at?
Blink. Oh, there he is.
You see something hanging from the rafters, looking straight at you with dark eyes. Maybe it's possible to talk to it. Is that a man? Looks more like
I should have saved first. Oh well.
Of the building came alive and is now studying you intently. The Crab Man.
Oh, were you the Crabman?
The man leaned forward a little, fixing you with a steady, unreadable gaze, then speaks.
Habitual alcohol use has made you into a scared little pussy, Holmes. But don't worry, everything's gonna be all right. You come to the right place.
Right place for what?
Here you can receive the mother's love. And when you're ready, she will take your hand and lift you out of the despair at the bottom of that bottle.
This man is obviously a habitual narcotics user. Do we really need to question him?
I'm put off by this religious stuff, he thinks. And maybe the ceiling climbing, too. It's all very hard to square with the lieutenant's own view of reality.
Fair enough. Not every day you see a Crabman.
About the bottle again? You haven't even drank that much lately. Lay off it already. Shish.
I'm a policeman. I need to talk to you about police things. I don't know anything about alcohol use.
Oh yeah, sure. You don't know anything about alcohol use. You got it all under control, Way. I could smell the control all the way over here.
Doing just fine, thank you.
I know it's hard to admit that you got a problem. I was like you once. Couldn't take an honest look into my own heart and see I was in pain.
You know, actually, since we're here, you may want to pay attention to what the ceiling climber is saying.
Look at these.
Got my ass.
What is this shit?
Who do you think you are? Some crazy guy under the roof? What is this shit?
It doesn't matter who I am, Way. I'm just bringing you the message of the mother's love. She don't want you to hang yourself on your own stubbornness.
His words echo in the cold air of the church.
This is the Church of the Mother of Silence. You are welcome here.
Alright. I'm going to ask you again. Are you the Crabman?
Never known myself to be a crab. But if that's the name you got for me, I won't stop you from using it.
To be fair, it's really more like a spider.
I always thought of myself more like a flame, flickering along the rafters and beams. It may be that I gotta work on my technique.
What were you before you became a crab man?
I was in a gangway, but my memories of that time are fading. Most of them are already gone.
So you used to be in a gang, but you don't really remember it? Sounds convenient.
Convenience has got nothing to do with what goes.
Oh, I got the unbelievably boring fuck achievement. Awesome.
There's a profound longing in that gaze, like he wants to be one with whatever.
Also very appropriate for a fash run.
Do you remember your name, sir?
The lieutenant is not particularly interested in this information. He's just trying to assert some control over the conversation.
Tiago's my name, but those syllables don't mean much to me these days. A name isn't just your identity, but also, so to speak, your place amongst your fellows, your place in the world. I ain't got no use for such a place anymore.
My name sets me apart from my fellows. How often do you meet a Raphael Ambrosius Cousteau?
Don't think I met one yet, Holmes.
He studies you silently for a moment. Lieutenant raises his eyebrows and coughs.
That was him suppressing the chuckle.
Alright. What are you doing here?
This is a special place. There's a perforation in the world up there. A way out into nothingness. This church was built around it. For purposes of veneration. I circled it. Nurtured by the silence bestowed by the mother. One of these days, I'll be pure enough to go drink from it directly.
Alright. This mother of silence, you mean her? Point to the window.
No. There's a new god in town. And she can be painted or sculpted. Because she has no limb or even a face. She is the end. She is a cavity in the dark beyond sense. She saved me. But I couldn't describe her to you. No one can, Holmes. And no one ever will.
His adoration is beyond sexual. This cavity is something that no human form has.
What will happen once you drink from this perforation?
I will be incinerated, but not destroyed. Finally, I won with the state of the world before reality began.
Now that we know more about what the pale does, like, that kind of scans, honestly. Sure you didn't just switch one drug for another?
It's not like that at all, man. It's just faith and joyful service.
Let's agree to disagree.
I know it will take time. Don't sweat it.
Still don't understand what you're doing.
It will take time. Don't sweat it.
I know I did it twice, but okay. I still don't understand what you're doing in the church.
I'm a seraph, Holmes. I sing the mother's glory.
Really doesn't make sense for you to sing if she's the mother of silence.
I don't mean literal singing, Holmes. This is the mother of silence we're talking about. It's the singing of a burning heart. You may be thinking, but fire crackles. No, Holmes. That's the material that's burning. The flames themselves are without sound.
He's not wrong. How'd you even find this place, this church?
Hard to say. I think I did some construction work here, back when I still had material worries. Up there, I realized what the true purpose of the church was. Been spending a lot of time here ever since. The past is nothing to me now, eh? It didn't belong to me.
These your shoes lying around here? Show them the red brogues.
I think they were. A long time ago. I had to shed them like skins to get closer to the center of the silence. You could have them. I don't need them anymore.
These shoes are pretty dapper, actually.
Free shoes. Right, I had other questions.
The sinewy figure lingers on the wooden beams, blending into the shadows.
You've been here a long time. Do you know where the church was abandoned?
Police raid a while back.
He responds, his voice suddenly flat.
Did you witness it?
Not really. Or at least I don't remember much of it anymore. The mother's love has done its job. That's what's so great about the mother. It lets you forget about everything.
Some ravers want to turn this place into a nightclub.
The ones in the tent outside? right? I see them. Guessing they're the ones who call me a crab. Probably scared of me.
Wait, do they have a reason to be scared?
Nah, man. They look pretty funny. And I don't harm no one anymore. Anyway.
Though he used to, a long time ago.
So what do you think about the nightclub, that is?
Why not? They wouldn't bother me none. I'm usually way up there, imbibing. Ain't no music on earth that can reach where I go. Might even be nice to have some company.
You know where the other spooker is? Point at the strange machines.
Other spooker? Oh, esa viejita es muy estudiosa. Don't know, Holmes.
Wait, so there is another person living in the church, and it's a viejita?
No. I just call her viejita because of her clothes. She's actually quite young. Or maybe not that young. Age is just one of the many masks we wear.
I went to look up viejita after like this last time, but it was in the middle of the session, I forgot.
What if it's Ruby?
Did it ever seem to you like she was...
And I did the church stuff before the Ruby stuff before, so... Lieutenant seems to be thinking the same. He takes out his little notebook.
Like a fugitive?
He glances at the abandoned radio computer on the other side of the nave, pulsing with light. Then he shakes his head.
No, man. Quite the opposite. I don't think she cared much about authority or anything else for that matter. Maybe only about her machines.
I see. And where is she now?
I told you, Holmes. I don't know.
Oh, you don't know when you both live here.
Don't really follow her comings and goings. Just see her typing on her computer now and then. We got different interests.
So you've got nothing else to tell me? How she looks? What she does? Who is she?
I'm afraid not, Essay. You just have to wait until she comes back, or
search through her radio computer.
Have you by any chance heard the viejita say the password to her radio computer?
Too many times, Essay. You need it for something.
Yes, it's for a first-degree murder investigation in Martinez.
Don't sweat it, vato. The password is afterlife death. What do you think of that? Makes me almost pity La Nilita Pequeña when I hear it.
Okay then, thanks.
I think we're done here, Essay.
The figure crawls off into the darkness above.
Interesting conversation. However, I'm still not sure whether we'll find our suspect here.
Okay, if we're only 9 points away from a level, I'm going to go ahead and punch in the password.
The machine's keyboard is still illuminated, revealing fluorescent play and the speaker comes.
Good afternoon, Fortress Accident on Saint-Brun. This is the East Insulindian Repeater Station 1. Please repeat. Is this the personal log?
Fortress accident, like the one in the Doom commercial area?
I have two machines registered to this company name in Martinez. One on Saint-Brun, the other on Rue de Saint-Ghislaine.
Saint-Brun, that's the church. And Rue de Saint-Ghislaine, that's the Doom commercial area.
Anything else I can help you with?
What are you, a machine? Or are you alive?
Yes, I am alive. I am 74 years old and my name is Yvonne.
She repeats passwords. Programming people are paranoid.
Okay, but where are you? How'd you know where I am?
I work as a repeater at the East Insulindian Repeater Station. It's my job to know where you are, Fortress Accident. As for me, well, I am sitting in my cubicle, surrounded by a wall of radios.
On an island on the river Esperance, a small woman, all skin and bones, sits in a room filled with audio equipment. Thousands of tiny lights are reflected back from her prescription lenses, like stars in the dark.
Now, please tell me if there's anything else I can do for you, Fortress Accident.
Let's try this again. I think I may have the right password for the personal log.
Good. Please repeat the password.
Afterlife, death.
Good. I have unlocked the filament. After ending the call, please votre sprint to access the filament. Votre accident. Is there anything else I can do for you today?
Thanks, but I'm finished.
Goodbye, votre accident.
The machine's keyboard is still illuminated, revealing fluorescent play and print buttons.
Hit that print.
It prints out a long text document with dated paragraphs. It looks a bit like someone's journal.
Read the printout.
The first entry, made on the 4th of February, 51, by an unknown author, is short and concise. Arrived at the church. The door was boarded up, so I used the crowbar to get inside. Looks like the place has been deserted. Nothing out of the ordinary, but I'll ask around. Need to figure out how to get the electricity in. The lieutenant leans closer, scouring the printout over your shoulder. Just as you finish reading, he looks up, muttering under his breath.
4th of February. That's over a month ago. Whoever set up those machines has been here for quite a while.
You think this log might be connected to the case?
Our case? No, I don't think so. It must be some local eccentric.
His eyes wander to the various machines around him.
6th
Entry
of
2.
February, 51. Had a little chat with the local fishermen. Said I shouldn't go near that place, that the church was spooky and ridden with narcotics. It's a little spooky, all right. Still haven't figured out the electricity. See? Even one of the spookers themselves says it's unnerving. What was that about narcotics? This could prove to be interesting.
Wait, narcotics? Look around the derelict building?
I doubt that we can find any. It's just idle fishermen's gossip to scare away the kids.
He looks at the stained glass window.
Nothing spooky about this place either. It's just abandoned and cold, and in an awful part of town.
3rd entry?
Of February, 51. Finally got the electricity in. Next on the agenda, a new antenna. I'm thinking ESCA series, something advanced.
Why would she need an antenna?
Why would anyone need any of this equipment here?
He steps on a wire running on the ground, inspecting it with his boot.
For setting up a radio computer.
Entry 4.
8th of February, 51. Bought the antenna, had some problems setting it up. Called Simo for help. Heard the others are back to making art. Drinking somewhere out of town. Sulislav started a rock band again. Lexi has been seen asking money from strangers. Artists, yet again. Harassing citizens, stealing badges, occupying public spaces with installations, like the one here. But at least the artists...
I wonder if that varies depending on your reaction to the couch case and the,
They can get work anywhere.
the mural case.
Graphic design, ads. The programmers are doing fine too. I mean, they're programmers. The writers, though, they're fucked.
It's true.
I just have to find out what caused that data loss and be done with it. Still don't understand how it managed to wipe out the... when the backup was...
And a reminder, we haven't
to the
done any of the stuff at the game company offices yet,
Everyone
so
thinks it's impossible. They say I must be lying. I'm here to set it right.
I guess we'll have to finish all this up. The data laws.
Seems like something to do with radio computers. Unfortunately, I don't know enough about them to understand what the author is saying. Something about the backup data getting destroyed, and how everyone thought it was the author's fault. Let's just keep reading.
Artists, programmers, Lexi? Who are all these people?
I think these people worked in the radio computer games business. The one we saw in the Doom commercial area. They must be our former co-workers.
Entry 5.
12th of February, 51. Brought some food from the grocery store. Apparently, there's a strike going on.
We're closing in.
Definitely not happy to see the Martinez people again. Everything's now set up in the church. Going to start working tomorrow, 8 a.m.
The strike. We are nearing the date of the murder.
Thanks
Keep
for
reading.
confirming my observations.
I want to know what's that radio anomaly that sent this person here in the first place.
Entry 6.
25th of February, 51. I've been sending data up to Lintel for a while now, trying to recreate the data loss, but nothing. Didn't even feel like logging in, the disappointment. But I did discover a curious audio-spatial anomaly at the back of the church. I've named it the Swallow. It swallows sound. Need to get some mics.
is she talking about?
Lieutenant looks to his right towards the silence. Entry 7?
28th of February, 51. Yes, the first
Even quieter than usual now because
swallow is real.
Fading fast.
Just losing my mind. It's a pillar of silence with a diameter of approximately 3 meters. Seems like the higher I go, the less I record. This might be a coincidence, or it could be connected to the data loss that led me here.
The pillar of silence. She is talking about the silence. Is she suggesting it's more than just an architectural quirk?
But what could it be?
The lieutenant doesn't answer. He follows your gaze, studying the basins. The water shines in them. No ripples. March
8th entry?
51. Some kind of young disco men have appeared next to the church. I've been trying to record the silence to find the epicenter, but now it turns out I've also been capturing the future of dance music. One neo-disco song over and over again. Fortunately, the song is so monotonous, I was able to devise an algorithm to factor it out.
Damn.
The other day, one of the disco men came in. Before I could even say hello, she got scared and left. Good. I don't want anyone distracting me from my work. That disco man must be a cell.
She must be describing a cell.
The girl on the ice? Sounds like her, yes.
March
Entry
50.
9?
A new 2-meter aux cable. Noodles. Crackers. Ping-ping energy drinks. Water. Toothpaste.
I wonder if there's been any official art of the Ping Ping energy drink.
Your reading is interrupted by the sound of the church door opening. A strange woman makes straight for the radio computer.
So, I know her portrait hair changed. I wonder if it changed
Breaking into
on the
my
model.
radio computer, I see.
She glares at you as she holds down the off button for several seconds. The machine reboots.
Yes, you are breaking in, but not into her radio computer. You're a master circuit bender.
Incorrect.
I do apologize for the intrusion, madame. We are with the RCM, you see.
I gotta show you I'm an expert circuit bender. I'm not breaking into your computer. I'm using it to access coalition military data links.
There are no coalition military data links. And even if there was, you couldn't access them over a civilian network.
Alright. Okay, I'm actually trying to locate a suspect in a murder investigation. I thought they might be hiding here. I'm with the RCM, you see.
No one's hiding here.
She barely looks up from the keyboard. You hear the machine whir back to life.
It's just me and my computer, and it has been this way for weeks. Now please give me some proof. I need 2 seconds to see that you haven't destroyed anything.
We should talk to her after she has rebooted the machine.
And it's also going to be after we come back next time. Because I'm fucking tired. Although, on the other hand, I really want to get that thought gone. I'll save. So I don't have to reread the logs. In case I embarrass myself.
What is it?
I didn't break anything, did I?
No, you just printed out my personal log and wasted some paper.
Sorry, but who are you? What are you doing here?
I am Soona Luukkanen-Kilde, the former lead programmer of Fortress Accident and RSA radios. I have over 16 years of programming experience, and I'm proficient in both Vox and Orbis languages.
I still love that
If you're
little
not
nod.
here to hire me, I don't really know how I can help you.
She turns back to the terminal.
That still doesn't answer what she's doing in an abandoned church.
Have you seen the crab man?
Nope.
But you know he's around?
Yes.
He's seen you.
And?
And the crab man has seen you.
I don't care. I don't care about crap men.
She barely looks up, not tinkering with the machine's printer.
Wow, she really doesn't. Not afraid, this one.
Have you seen anyone suspicious? Say, a woman named Ruby?
What? No. No one's suspicious around here.
Why are there so many machines in this place?
I brought them here. These are my machines. Please don't touch anything.
Why do you need an antenna?
I use the AR-1 as my RAIN prefix processing unit.
RAIN prefix, that's your radio computer, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that antenna is its processing unit?
Yes. You really don't know anything about radio computers, do you?
She has stopped working now. No, I'm a master circuit bender. I know everything.
Then you'll certainly know that all radio computers perform operations on air. So in order to gain more processing power, you need to invest in a good antenna.
And the AR-1, it's a good antenna?
I guess it is. So far, I've been quite satisfied with it. Martinez is an unstable region with bad coverage, and the operation has been surprisingly stable. But it's not the cheapest one on the market, so I wouldn't recommend it for your regular red tape operations. Fraser 1000 is a foolproof line for civilians. Anyway,
okay.
You should do some research before you decide to buy anything. Ask around, compare the prices. There are many milieus dedicated to that sort of thing.
What are you doing with your radio computer?
I'm working.
The machine seems almost alien with its pulsing core. The light casting her face in a strange shadow.
Working on what?
Could you just shh for a moment? Or get to the point. I really need to focus on something.
What are the bowls of water over there?
They are connected to my RAIN prefect. Whatever you do, just please don't move them, okay? Thanks.
Right. I'll try not to touch anything. Next question.
Right.
What are you doing in an abandoned church?
You really like those questions, don't you?
There's a hint of amusement in her tired eyes. You need to make sure you're not hiding anyone here.
No, I'm not. It's just me and the crab man. I'm just doing some research. That's all. I'm looking for the
What
location
research?
of a 2mm hole in the world.
She's looking for a disruption in the radio waves. That's what her personal log said. The lieutenant raises his brows, but doesn't say anything.
Is the hole connected to the data loss in your journal?
Yes, that's what led me here. But I suspect it might be something a bit more complicated than that.
She stares at the burnished antenna on a nearby table. Hole in the world. What does that mean exactly?
Exactly. What does it mean? Up to now, it has
The question is the question.
been impossible to say what it is because it's impossible to measure nothing.
Egghead was onto something.
What do you think it is? What qualities does nothing have? How do you measure something that does not exist?
She's suddenly absorbed in the conversation, waiting for your answer.
That's a little above your pay grade at the moment.
Yep, alright. I can't even understand how we're talking about something that doesn't exist, let alone measure it.
You measure it by its surroundings.
Thank you, yeah.
By that which does exist.
Take
Which
the
is what I've been
inverse.
trying to do. I've tried using hydro transducers to record the silence, to find out where it begins. But honestly, it's not progressing very well.
She grows silent, staring at her circle of basins. Looks like some ancient ritual. Do you have any idea? Do you have any idea where this hole might be located?
Somewhere underneath those roof beams, I assume.
She looks up, eyes trying to pierce the pitch-black heights above, but without much success.
Only a faint crisscross of rafters can be made out from the dark. Most of the tower disappearing into the shade.
Why there?
There's this place at the back of the church. A place where all audible vibrations seem to decease. I've named it the Swallow. And the higher you go, the less you record.
The Pillar of Silence? Are you sure it's not just an architectural quirk?
Maybe, but it's oddly close to the physical coordinates of the data loss that led me to this place.
This is where the Crabman lives.
I know.
You don't think the Crabman might be somehow responsible here?
No, I don't.
Yeah. You said the research isn't going well. Why not?
Because it's just trial and error, trying to locate the Swallow, the exact point in space. And I don't have a... You know what? It would be really helpful if you could just stop talking and let me work.
She's in the zone. That's all I wanted to know about the scary 2mm hole in the world for now.
Great. Thanks.
How do you feel about anodic dance music?
What? I hate it.
She squints her eyes.
I bet she hasn't even heard it.
What are you, 40? It's the future of dance music.
Maybe I'd have to be on drugs to get it, but to a sober mind it just sounds like uninspired rug whipping. No idea what it has to do with either dancing or music.
Right. But how do you feel about a club for anodic dance music?
This is about those speed freaks in the tent, isn't it? I've got some news for you. It's not a nightclub they want to build here.
Yeah, we totally failed the check against their intentions. What do they want to build then?
Guess why don't you?
I'm still convinced they want to establish a nightclub for anodic dance music. They said it's their dream.
I can't believe they got you so easily. Go have another talk with those up-and-coming entrepreneurs, will you? Thanks.
Good luck. I'm not coming in there.
Alright. Torque a piece now. Lord, just give me another 5 experience so I can call it a night. Alright, it's 437. Wait, that's the zoom in, okay. Start with the cell first, see if she's got anything going for me.
Hello again.
You seen a red-haired woman around?
No.
Just no?
It's pretty desolate here. I only hear the dogs bark at night and see the shadows move down the coast.
Teenagers skulking around. Gang members looking for a hole in the Union's defenses. Maybe Ruby too. But she wouldn't be able to tell from here.
Alright, that's good. No neighbors to complain about noise when you get the club going.
Exactly. It's our chance to turn the grim desolation into an overwhelmingly fun dance party.
Is it for now?
Hi again. So, how are things going?
About the church, I checked it out.
And? What happened?
Talked to the crab man.
Oh man! Who is he? What did you think?
Give this out lecture on alcoholism before rambling on and on about mother's love.
Really? Interesting. What's he doing in the church?
He clearly enjoys the physical activity. Guy climbs like a freak.
No matter. Is he gonna be a problem? Yeah. Noid is right. Let's get back to the point. What are we gonna do about him?
These guys will never catch him. You will never catch him. There's nothing to do.
Alright. As far as I can tell, he's not going to leave. We'll climb up around there, and guys, you'll never catch him.
I don't know, man. Doesn't it feel like a major hindrance to you? A spooky guy climbing around when all the guests are trying to have nice, friendly hyper time?
You're just going to have to live with the crab man.
I guess it's not a massive problem, now that I think of it.
Free crab man. Don't look a gift crab man in the mouth.
Light! Yeah! Maybe. I guess we'll figure something out. Okay, but what about the other spooker? The one in Grandma's clothes? Did you see her?
I was using the mainframe when Suna, the former lead programmer of Fortress Accident, appeared.
A programmer? That's odd. What was she like? Did you ask her about the nightclub?
She said you guys haven't been completely honest with me about your plans.
Come on, man. Who will you trust? A spooky programmer or us?
I mean, I was hoping to recognize the thing so I could try to get a cut in on the business.
Get down and feel it!
Stuffy 10 muffles the last 2 words. The command fails to impress. Okay, maybe I'm kind of feeling it.
You'll get there, believe me. When we've got our gear set up, things will be flowing and pumping. Anyway, now that it's settled, how did she seem? I mean, disposition-wise, about the dance club idea. Ja oder nein? Rocking it or dropping it?
She did not like the Anota Dance Club idea.
What a pity. That's my favourite thing in the world. And she doesn't like it at all.
He drops a hammer back into a toolbox.
Shame. What can we do now? Do you see a way out of this jam? And into a laser-lit future of dance and unity? Unity!
Not really.
Dance!
She made it very clear that she won't leave until her own project is finished.
And you can't just evict her?
No, I won't evict her. We have to come up with a different solution. Actually, nah, I could go for another try, bring it down the hammer of the law. He picks up a small hammer and holds it out ritualistically.
No hammer. I'm sure there's a workaround. We can, like, make a deal not to bother her. You know, coexist. If that's okay with her, we only want to get in the church and spread the joy and ecstasy of music. The lines in the dark exist. Coexist.
At least Crabman seems like an advanced being. He's hard. He'll understand.
Yeah, he can do his climbing thing in the tower. And the programmer, does she like anodic dance music?
He absolutely does not. Really, truly despises it.
Egghead cannot believe what you just said. It makes him pump the jam a little slower for a moment, but then he returns to the full swing of it.
No worries. We'll figure it out. If coexisting fails, you can always muscle her out, right? If it's all okay with you, what do you think?
Alright, I'll see how it goes.
Excellent! Good luck, my friend.
Let's fail this one again.
Nothing jumps out to you. Nothing out of the ordinary.
But Tuna said they haven't been honest with me.
Haven't they? Or maybe it's that mean programmer herself who's been lying to you.
After all that, I'm just gonna keep going.
Breathe. The air in the tent is too thick for you to think clearly.
Alright, that's it for now.
Hi, officer.
I don't know, I've taken the long way around, but whatever. Scenic route. Sorry, I gotta go under this little bit. There we go. Okay. Doop, doop, doop. Feel like we're banging into a bit of a wall here, but
Yes, what is it?
what if you didn't have to leave? I talked to Andre. He wants to make it work.
I don't want to make anything work.
Hold on, you don't want to make anything work?
Yes, anything. I don't want to make anything work.
Suggestion's actually good now.
Easy. When her research is done, she can move out.
Listen, about your research. You mentioned earlier it's not going very well. Maybe I can help with something.
What? No, I don't really need any help with the project.
But if I could help you finish the project, then you wouldn't have to live in a church next to the Boom Boom anymore. Just think about it.
She thinks about it. A glossy look in her eyes. A gust of wind brings more snow in from the broken gallery. It touches her hair.
All right. Bring me the game's offside copy from my old workspace.
Okay.
If you really want to help.
I already thought it out, so...
Memory, and I'm unable to go and fetch it myself.
Alright. Is this the filament you're looking for?
No. That's the production schedule. I don't need it. The right filament memory has offside copy, written on silver tape.
She doesn't care how you got your hands on that thing.
What is an offside copy? Why do you need it?
It's a backup of my former employer's project. The radio game we were working on. It's stored on a filament memory, just like the one inside this radio computer.
She points to the glowing cube inside the machine.
She's making it extra simple for you.
The backup itself is destroyed now, but I'm hoping to use what's left of it to pinpoint the exact location of the anomaly. You just have to go to my old workspace and get the filament.
By your old workspace, you mean the Studio Fortress accident in the Doom commercial area?
That's the one. You can get in through the bookshop. You just have to do some explaining to the bookstore lady.
Wait, bookstore lady. You mean Plaisance?
That's her name, I believe.
Actually, I've already been inside the Doom commercial area.
Good. Then you might know the giant ice bear fridge in the building's cellar. The filament is inside...
We already found the note.
Just go and get it.
And where exactly is the offsite copy?
In the giant ice bear fridge. I just told you. It has red glowing eyes. It's impossible to miss. You just need to get the offside copy from the ice bear.
But you've been to the fridge and it wasn't there. There was a note saying...
I found a note in the ice bear fridge. It said the offsite copy had been moved to a safer place.
Wait. A note from whom? Did it specify where they took the filament memory?
It said the offsite copy had been taken to a nearby ice cream maker. Note was said by someone named Sulislav.
Jawiza.
There we go.
Of course. Our project lead, Sulislav Jawiza. God, he was always so hell-bent on keeping the copy somewhere safe. And feature creep, and the Valley of the Heads. Like it would have made a difference. The offside copy was perfectly safe when the data loss happened. That data loss was anomalous.
She crosses her arms defiantly.
Heads. I won't even get into the heads. Millions of them. Go find that copy from that ice cream maker, will you? Thanks.
Okay, so I don't have to do the backstory stuff for the company.
You like the sound of that.
Why can't you go and get the filament yourself?
The bookstore lady hates me. Says I'm part of the curse. Whatever that means.
Why does she think you're part of the curse?
Because she's from Martinez, and people from Martinez have never ever seen a radio computer. She thinks it emits elemental evil.
Yeah, people more nowadays don't really like to get with the times.
She literally started praying for the higher powers when she first saw my range Civic. I'm not making this up.
The lieutenant coughs like he's amused.
Once I came in one morning, only to find that my terminal was full of those strange trinkets and amulets. Wards. It looked like some Seminine magic.
Alright, I'll go look for the outside copy.
Thanks.
She thinks for a moment, then reaches behind the radio computer and hands you what looks like an oversized pry bar. I couldn't remember where we got that thing.
You might need it to hack loose some ice. It opens everything. If you get me the offside copy, then you can keep the Kvalsund.
The legendary Kvalsund multi-tool. This is pry bar version 2.0 for professionals like you.
Hell yeah. Alright, so we're going to start that thought. The regular cop one. Alright, let's do Motorway South first. I'll do the regular cop one after we clear Superstar. Yeah, we'll go to where the cooler is, and then I'll just save there. So, of course, we're gonna go the wrong way. So it'll probably be an evening of church stuff next time, and then I'll ship off Kim so I can go deal with the pigs solo, so I can keep the drugs when we find them. And that's playing the metal a little bit, but it'll be fun seeing how many attempts will get me killed in that. But yeah, that'll be tomorrow night. I guess technically tonight now, but also I unplugged that thing like several days ago, so hopefully the filament didn't get in trouble. And even if it did, I guess we'll just get yelled at. And we need the flashlight too, right? Yeah. Or we can just grab it now and then run back and we'll talk to her next time. I got a couple minutes.
This orange machine is dead still. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner and an electric freezer. The ice around it slowly melting. Turning the crank feels oddly satisfying, like stirring your childhood dreams. In the distance, you hear water dripping.
I think I'm going to buff my physical instrument just to make sure we get it. I mean, we've already gotten one clothes change death. I just want to finish up the day, so. I should have kept this one.
This orange machine is dead still. It has a hand... This
There we
orange
go.
machine is dead still. It had ice groans and howls under the strain of your giant Gewaltsund multi-tool. Until the lid cracks open, darkness lies inside. But you can faintly make out an object, intricate and foreign, left there for a sub-zero beauty sleep.
Okay, if it was Sub-Zero, then I could see the ice holding up for a few days in a basement in a cold environment.
Disappointment washes over you as you stare into the almost empty ice cream maker.
What, no ice cream?
A scoop of ice cream would have been nice, yes.
Lieutenant agrees. Someone's stomach grumbles. The room feels fairly cold. Take the filament memory.
Gently lift the cube from its frosty bedding.
You say fuck sleep, but I'm pretty much wrapping up after we run this back to the church.
Killed as soon as possible. I'm not sure how well unused filaments.
I gotta get some in because I gotta watch the nibblings again, or at least one nibbling.
Curious to know what's on the precious filament. There's a radio computer upstairs.
But if you'd like to join me for the walk back. How close are we to another level? Oh yeah, we just rolled that over. Okay. I thought I was going to push through for today and maybe go a little longer, but then after the last break, my brain meats were like, you know what? Maybe you should take a nap. Actually, can we carry that and the sword? Hell yeah, look at me. Here to fuck some shit up. I'm gonna snooze the ads. So, we're literally just walking back to the church. That's not the way to the church. I kind of like how the heavier item is, the arm on that is a lot more still than the one waving the sword around too. It's well thought out. But thanks for stopping by regardless, even though we are towards the end of today's battle. Which didn't even finish the day in game we were on. That had already started yesterday. We got a lot done though, so. Whereas yesterday felt like more of a time grind, but less of a productive one, so. 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. I can unfortunately not play on the swings. We already did the one cutscene where you can. Where my church at? Almost stumbled over some children. There. That's the boardwalk. It's probably a fast travel option, but I'm so bad at it. Oh, that's right. I wanted to take the hat off real quick to see if it actually slicked back the hair on the model or if it's just on the portrait. It's just in the portrait. Okay. So we'll probably finish up the church stuff first next time. Then we'll get the phone call. Although, again, I might save that for when it's evening. What are you? Cold wind blows in from the broken gallery. Makes your skin crawl. Okay. Thanks.